Yeah, see? Special.
And
make sure my audio is good. Alright, so. Oh, no. Alright. Actually, I need to test that. Can I be. I'm going to pull this over here so I can look at it. Yeah, it takes a few minutes to get set up since it's a one-man job. I mean, not that she doesn't know how to do it, but me and Spooky have separate talents, so make sure all the stuff is good. Can I be heard? Yes or no? Why does the look so bad, or is that just me? Can you change the quality of it? Auto. Should be at 720. Should be higher than that. Okay, it's not picking up sound hardly at all. I'm sorry if that sounds absolutely fucking horrible. Alright. Is that better? Audio better? The only feedback, I'm looking at my YouTube, making sure. Yeah, it was a lot of... Okay, so I just want to go... Let's see, we got... Oh, okay. There we go, okay. Yep, that's better. So now we're going to go... it's not Court TV that I've been watching. Who have I been watching? I fell asleep to it. Hold on. I want to get it from this exact place. What is all this shit that just goes... There it is. Law and Crime Network is where I watch it. Alright, so what I'm going to do is play an audio. I just need to know if you can hear what we're seeing. And why does it look so funky? There we go. Alright, now here we go. Live. 12K watching. Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial is live. Let's go. Can you hear that now? Alright, let me see if my YouTube can hear that. Just want to make sure that my YouTube can be heard. Or that the YouTube, like what, the trial, that you can hear it. Oh, I can't have that. Oh, God. No, you didn't hear it either. There we go. Let me click on another trial audio. Let me see if YouTube can pick it up.
So, ladies and gentlemen, for those that didn't want to watch the full 30-40-minute segment I put up yesterday on Camille Vasquez absolutely destroying Amber's testimony, the donations, here's just a quick snippet. This is...
I look so retarded. I mean, excuse me, bad word. I look horrible. I'm just trying to make sure that you can hear my desktop. Hey, can you guys hear me? Nobody can... Oh, wow, my mic was off. Can you guys hear me? There we go. Okay, so I'm trying to get the mics work. I'm trying to make it to where you can hear the desktop, and it's not letting you guys hear the desktop.
Hi, Daddy.
Hi, how are you? Okay, so I gotta turn this up louder. I look so retarded. I mean, Alright, so turn that down a little bit. Keep the trial up. Trial's going to be loud. It's going to need to be loud. I'm just trying to make sure that you can hear my desktop. I did hear it. Hey, can you guys hear me?
It looks like crap, but that's okay.
Oh, wow, my mic. Alright, so where was I? How do I go back to where was I?
Alright. Sure, you look fine, babe.
Oh, hey, babe.
That thumbnail.
Hey.
That's alright. I mean, alright, so turn that down. Right there. And then...
When people look at films that are super beloved and they hear stories about the difficulties or tragedies that happen on set, they then go on to ascribe that production as cursed.
What? No.
I didn't do it.
I get so, I don't know, I spin around. Alright, I just need, baby, could you possibly, are you here? Go to my YouTube and see if it's working.
You look sexy.
Oh, babe. You look pretty sexy, too. Always.
Oh, thanks. Always. Nothing happened. I did
I
nothing.
can't yell because y'all are in here. Can you spam Spooky? Can you tell her, like, I can't yell to the other, baby!
Yep. I'll go spam her.
Baby! Okay, there she heard me. Baby! Because I want to know that, I want to make sure that everything can be heard. The whole point of doing this is for it to be heard and get reactions. Like, okay, I was not expecting the trial to go that way. This was only going to happen once. I'm going to beat myself up. Ew, why does it have that thumbnail? That's not the thumbnail that it goes to. And I was like, I have to stream this trial. I need to. Like, I'm not, you know, I'm going to be the only one not doing it. And it's like, I need to because, well, I'm a streamer and I do love reactions. And this is like, it's big to me because I'm a huge fan. And I've always been a fan.
Yeah.
And I've been following
I'm here for it
every day. And I've been posting on my role player. I don't care if people get tired. Like, it's only going to last like a couple weeks. And once it's gone, it's gone. So I want to follow the trial.
Yeah.
And it has been apps, and she's being cross-examined today. I can't wait. She's gonna get just eaten up. She's gonna get eaten up. Oh, you can hear. I didn't see the thumbnail though. The thumbnail, it shows up on my end. The thumbnail's there. I promise. It was a thumbnail for one of the ambience videos. Oh no, it shows that it's doing that. Hold on, let me go to my YouTube. But it's not it. It showed up as the other one for me. Let me make sure though. Because I see it when you go my history feed, it shows up. See? Oh, shit.
Oh, dear.
Hey, everyone.
Let me just double it. It might take it a minute to sync up because that's what my other one was.
Yeah.
All the reactions, though, I'm here for it.
Yeah, see, it shows on my end. It shows reacting. Here.
Mommy!
Yeah.
See.
Mommy!
Hello.
All right, see,
Turn your
it's
camera
showing up.
on.
Parabellum, hi, I see you. And it's okay if you don't talk. I'm just saying hi, letting you know I see you. See, it's showing up on mine.
Get away! Get away!
I love it. She did so good. And I was just teasing. I got out of the shower and I was like, yeah, wouldn't it be funny if I had a thumbnail with a shit emoji on her face? And then next thing she's like, she's talking and she's like, you want me to make you a picture, you know, for a thumbnail? I was like, sure. If you want to make me, absolutely. She's like, okay. She's like, you got to tell me if it's good or not. She goes, what do you think? And I see
the YouTube.
Yeah, I can hear myself.
I gotta turn that down on my end.
Yeah, I can hear myself in the YouTube. But she comes in and I was laughing so hard. All right, so I got this pulled up, and I'm gonna have Discord. Okay, can I pull out my chat and put it over Discord, or like make it smaller? Can I pull my chat out?
I sure as hell wouldn't know.
Yeah, me either.
Alright, so I'm just gonna make that
He knows
smaller
what's
so I
up
can
with me.
see the chat.
Wow, it's sure pretty outside where we're.
And then put the Discord down halfway
Oh.
so I can see it this way. This is cool.
Only pretty out there because I was out there. Just kidding.
Can everybody be heard on my YouTube, baby? Can everybody be heard? Smaller. Can I
Yeah.
pull my chat out?
I can
Hey,
hear
look, baby, come on, we're into
Okay,
that.
so I just want to make sure that
What,
everybody.
babe?
If everybody can be heard, then this
It's
bitch is gonna
your
be
mom
heard.
and dad.
Yep.
I'm not muted, but I might be a bit quiet just because I'm working. So
That's
sorry.
okay.
Oh,
We
okay.
can be your,
All
be
good.
your entertainment. I have people tell me that too. Like, thank you for putting up the stats. I'm at work and I can't watch it, and I'm like, you're welcome.
This is gonna be a memory for role player though, for sure. Like,
How can I not? How can I not though? He's my playboy, and he's always
I'm
been.
literally
It's not
looking
funny,
at
it's fucked up, but considering it's going, it's just that's gonna be a memory for role player dummy, that's for sure.
I kind of
Definitely.
told
Hey,
him.
mom and dad, look, we're doing a phone call.
I kind of told everybody if they got
Yeah.
tired of seeing it to just hide my post until the trial was over.
What?
I said I posted a status and told everybody to hide my, if they get tired of it, to hide my stream until the trial's over because I'm going to be posting about it.
Watch people like get mad and leave or something.
I don't care.
Probably.
I truly don't care. Like, it's my page to do what I want to with, and I want to support Johnny. It's my
Exactly.
page. My play-by, and I kind of take it personal because I'm a, I don't want to say victim, but I've been on the other side of, unfortunate assault. We'll say that since I'm on YouTube. Assault. And not domestic.
Yeah.
And so to hear her go on stage, that's what she thinks it is. She thinks it's a little stage.
The thumbnail actually comes up.
Yeah, the thumbnail comes up.
Aww.
Oh, the kitty.
Aww.
Oh, kitty! Did you seriously just do that at the same time? She did.
Oliver.
Yeah, I said, excuse me while I support my face claim. Fair warning, I'll be posting a lot of JD Chalk content. I support the fuck out of my face claim, and he needs our support. So if you don't like it, I'm truly sorry. No, I'm not. Just hide my shit till the trial's over. 8 minutes! I'm excited. Did you guys catch up? Okay, recap. Did y'all watch the trial from this morning? Or yesterday? I haven't been to bed.
No.
Okay,
I was kind of distracted all day.
they called her out on several facts. They showed
A little bit.
the dates that she
Little bit.
claimed that she was beat up. They had pictures saying that she wasn't beat up.
Black on there, by the way.
Oh, fuck. Oh, the sun's coming up and I got the light in here. Okay.
Like it's like super black. You look at demon.
Oh, great.
Oh, get the salt.
Just like the... Fuck you! Fuck you! Wow! Wow!
Love you.
Yeah. Oh, it's on! Okay, hold on a second. I'm trying to fix my black eyes. I also got it because I have glasses too. It's on! Ah!
This is so bad with what the trial is surrounding right now. I have to fix my black eyes. Hold on.
No, God, no, I'm trying to get there. What do I do?
Birdies.
Oh, birdies.
They're so cute.
Of course, they're mine. Just
There.
kidding.
All right.
Oh,
Ah!
let's do this, yeah? So excited, Connor. Jeez.
I know.
He's
I-
been like this for like 2 hours. I kid you not.
Mom, aren't you supposed to be sleeping?
Yes.
Let me turn my volume down just a tad bit. Now, look, I like reaction content, and I want to do reaction content on whatever I do reaction content for. But
Yeah,
as a fan
yeah.
of JD, I think that it's kind of everybody should come in and support a little bit. And I do understand law to an extent. Like, I get what they're
I saw
saying.
this thing today, and I
I can watch the
Like,
trial
holy
and
shit.
understand every bit of it. Like, it's not confusing for me. I get it. So I was like, why not? And if anybody has any questions, I can answer to the best of my abilities. Like, I'm not I'm obviously not a law student or anything like that. I'm just saying that I can watch and understand it, and I'm a big supporter. I have a platform.
Watching his lawyer pop off. Yes.
And I wanna, yeah, God, it's great watching the lawyer pop off. It's absolute. The whole diary, we're like, no, you can't put a diary in. You don't know when they wrote it. You don't know when it was dated. As a writer, I can tell you that shit could have been wrote yesterday. You know what I'm saying? And they kept going after JD with the hearsay. You can't read the article, and he's like, you can read off you can read off page, but you can't hear it from his mouth. Or something like that. So they can't read it off the book because it's hearsay. It's written down. It's just the thoughts in a book. And before they even opened it, the lawyer's just like, hearsay, cause for speculation. What was the third one? There was a third one. I can't remember what the third one was. But basically, cause for speculation is not a fact. It means that it causes for someone to think, to come to a conclusion, to speculate, to what do you think would have happened, to quite literally like come up with a theory. And you can't come up with a theory. So I was like, that's great. There was no way that they were going to let that in. No way they were going to let that in.
Look at my handsome fiance, y'all.
Oh, babe.
I'm good luck. What can I say? That's why I had my popcorn just sitting there, and I was like, baby, I said, I think he just proposed to her. And I said, it's all because I told everybody to come join me for this holiness, because it's only going to happen once. And I'm sorry, this whole trial, what have I been saying? I want to see her cross-examined. I want to see JD's lawyer just rip into her. And guess what's happening today? A continuation of what? Cross-examination. She's about to get ripped into. And I can't wait. As a survivor, she is a mockery of us victims. I hate that word, survivors who have been, that have fallen to SA. We'll keep it with SA, not DA.
I'm not even going.
DA is bad enough. The domestic violence is already bad enough, but she had to go as far as to describe a fictitious SA scene. That is beyond. I want to see her go down. Like, it has become personal for me to watch her go down.
Down with turd.
I love my default. Like I'm calling it my thumbnail. Baby, you did so good on the thumbnail. Thank you.
Down with turd.
It is the best thumbnail I have on my channel. She did amazing. No, don't you start that buffering. Is that my end or your end? Nope, stop. They have bad lag issues. I know this one isn't on me.
And it always seems laggy when...
Come on.
Oh my god, here we go again. I'm done. Not dealing with it today.
What?
Oh, God.
What I think?
Nick knows. He's dealing with it all day yesterday.
Uh-huh.
Sorry about my mic. I apologize. Come on.
I'm gonna start with a J.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, it's everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's everybody. It's everybody. Not just me. Come on. I wish this covered the other angles, watching JD and Amber actually come in.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Nope, I'm not doing it today.
Nope. Ignore it, babe.
Emotional and mental abuse.
Yep.
Agreed.
I didn't.
Your mental health definitely comes first.
I literally just got in a good mood, so I'm not gonna fucking.
Yeah, oh, JD's
Yeah.
in. Look at him. Got a black suit. Looking spiffy. The turd's in too.
No, okay. You know what? I'm not even gonna talk to douchebag today. I'm done. Nope.
No.
Yeah.
He's
Just
negative
ignore it.
energy.
Ignore it.
And what do we do with negative energy? We toss that
We
shit
toss
in
it to the trash.
In the trash.
The fucking window.
The incinerator.
Or I'll borrow Nick's supernatural knife and just go stab.
Yeah, there you go.
You should show that Connor and aerosol it, babe.
Show me what?
Guys, look at this cool ass knife Beyonce has.
If I can find it, I don't even know where it's at.
You had it the other day, babe.
I know, but I don't know where I put it.
He's got this really cool ass supernatural knife.
Oh wow, sick.
Yeah.
I have my nose strip.
Oh, yeah,
I'll
yeah,
probably
yeah,
go on
yeah.
camera like
Yeah.
a minute. Because I have my nose strip on, so it's like not flattering.
Oh, let me
Like,
see your cuteness. I want to see your cuteness.
I have a nose
I
strip.
want to see everyone cute.
I'm on camera. I'm on YouTube.
Oh, that's awesome. I love it. I want it.
I'm on YouTube.
Yes.
Here, let's see. It'll let me use the other
Mom,
camera
Dad,
for you
Dad.
guys. See, look. Hey.
On camera. Come on now. Come on, Mom.
I'm trying. My Discord has been after I swear before grade starts and it says technology.
There you go.
There's my dad. My dad.
It's up!
Yay. What's up?
We just need
Not
Mom in
much.
here.
Yeah.
This is my background. As you can see, those that are on the stream you can't see, but those on the Discord can see my green screen and all, like how I look real.
Yeah, yeah.
I think it actually works in Discord too.
If it actually stays like this and there's no lagging,
I'm good.
I paid $700 to make sure I bought the highest processor on the market for a laptop just to be able to stream. This was built to stream. Like this was I don't remember what model it was, but it was made to stream. Not gaming. It's not a gaming laptop, but it's made to be able to produce streaming. It's made to be able to run the programs.
Nice. Nice.
It's a processor 7, I think. Come on. But how does the stream look? Do I look okay? Hi, I can't fix my eyes. Do they still look black? No, I can see my detail on the screen. It just looks black. All right, all rise. Judges in the court.
All right. Do we have any preliminary matters before we have the jury? Of course we do. That's fine.
Hey, she's coming in a full white suit today. She's not playing. She's gonna slay. I bet you she's gonna slay. I'm gonna have my Discord chat pulled up with my Streamlabs chat right there. So I have both chats. I have 2 chats.
This trial
Hey,
I need to borrow
look.
Nick's knife, 'cause this is sad.
Okay, here you go, babe.
Nick the dog, baby. We can stab them together.
Okay, so I can
Okay.
see. Oh, this is cool. Wait, I can pop all 4 of you out.
I've been trying to do for like 3 months now. I mean, come on.
might want to. For.
Okay.
I'm rooting for that.
What are we rooting for?
I have no idea. There, I have the chat right there.
You got it.
And I got you guys right here so I can see you. And I got the chat right there as well. So if anybody comes in, I see it. If anybody chats, I see it.
Lights in that courtroom, it is too bright in there. Okay, that is some serious sunlight that would really get on my nerves if I was in there.
I'd lose my shit.
Oh, no, no, no. Hey, both my cameras are working with no lag. This is actually kind of cool.
I bet I can't stream it. Oh, well,
Even if this doesn't generate any views, although my YouTube channel has been, like, I've been going up. I've gotten positive. I'm over 500 on my Twitch. So I'm trying to move to YouTube because Twitch is going to fail, you see. And I like keeping my content. Twitch stays for 14 days. I want to switch to YouTube, but you can see my confliction. I've already got 42 bucks on Twitch and a half a thousand, 500 followers. I'm trying to go to YouTube. But I'm keeping this trial for myself. This is documentation for me because I am devoted to watching this bitch go down.
We're all on camera though.
Yay!
And
She's in the glasses gang. Nick is in the glasses gang.
Yeah.
wait, don't you have what? You have to wear glasses, don't you?
I wear contacts.
Parabellum, do you wear contacts at all?
Times.
I'm too afraid.
Depends on if I can be bothered.
If I go again, my doctor says I have to make another appointment, then I have to test my eyes or something. Make sure that I can wear them.
Oh, fun.
No. I don't even want to go back to get my new eye prescription thing and my jig. Fuck, what's it called? I'm still now I went to 2 years in a row because I do have really bad eyes. If anybody remembers me back in the day, I had like really bad eye problems. So I did have to go to a couple in a row just to monitor, but I haven't. My eyes have been quite good for some time now, which is, if you only knew my past. I had bad eyes for a long time.
In fact, you were blind and then your sight came back. I think that tells
Yeah.
it all.
Oh, I had my fan going. That might have been good. Yeah. I was blind
Oh,
for
wow.
about 2 years. I had precidal tumors in
Well,
both my eyes.
I'm basically I'm blind in my right eye, so.
Ooh. So I have one bad eye. I'll do this.
Birth
I'll
medical
do this
condition.
once while we're waiting, but I don't know if you can see it. But when I take off my
Oh,
glasses,
there she is. She has glasses now. I'm the only oddball now.
You look good, babe.
That's because my fiance likes it when I wear my glasses.
oh, kinky.
Beautiful with your glasses on.
Spooky thinks that she wouldn't look good with glasses, so she tried them on. Let me tell you, it was the hottest look. I was like, God, wow.
No, it was not. Everybody
Wow.
that I
Oh,
see
is she
is
sleeping in
with
court? She is sleeping. Look at her.
What?
She's sleeping in court. She literally was just.
No way. Boys.
Oh yeah, cheers! That is great.
What am I missing?
Oh, the cameraman made sure to zoom in on it. Did you see that?
He's streaming. He's streaming.
I'm streaming. That's me. I'm he.
Coverage is
Yeah.
different to ours.
He.
That's me. My link is in the what you
Yeah.
call it. My link is everywhere. I put my link everywhere.
She's gonna. Amber heard she's gonna fail.
Oh, I hope so. Is that me or does Amber Heard's lawyer look really upset?
She's probably realizing that they're going down.
Yeah, she's freaking out.
I don't know any good lawyer that would represent someone like that. I can tell you that much. That reputation, it's not worth getting lost.
She's freaking out.
I'm now a selfish cunt, you guys. Did you know that?
What?
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
Just kidding.
shit.
What's wrong? What happened?
I'm a selfish cunt, apparently.
Misery wants company.
That part though.
Not from me. He can get it from his boyfriends. This is it.
Well, she keeps falling asleep. What's JD doing? Looks like he's drawing or writing.
She probably had a rough night realizing that she's gonna fucking lose.
After yesterday's testimony, oh my God, it was so bad. It was so bad.
Great.
She incriminated herself and basically, like, okay, but this was her yesterday. Play the audio. Amber confesses to hitting Johnny. I beat you, I hit you, this and that. Okay.
Oh,
Amber,
yeah.
what was on the tape? Oh, that was me telling Johnny that if he hit me, I was going to do that to him. And I was apologizing for doing that to him because he hit me. So it's like, but the only evidence on the tape is you getting pissed off at him because he doesn't want to fight and keeps leaving, and you threatened to hit him, mocked him. Can't see the stream, boo. Oh, shit. Wait.
Yeah, I can't see it. What the fuck is that?
Are you on YouTube or are you on Discord?
Do you think you should screen share on Discord, perhaps?
That might be better.
I don't know if it'll handle, is my concern.
Do you want to try it just to see? Because maybe people can't like.
You won't be able to hear it though, because it's on my second stream. Well, we'll try though.
I just thought maybe.
Because I'm on YouTube. You should definitely pop on my YouTube and leave me some love. What can you guys hear and see? And it's starting to lag. Yeah, no. Yo, what's that buzzing? Okay. Apologies, the buzzing is not on my end. The buzzing is on their end, and my computer just froze. So give me a second. See if it'll let me into Discord.
All right, are we ready for the jury?
Can you guys hear it? Yeah, that was a big fat no. It froze everything. Can you go to my YouTube and make sure everything is still being heard?
I can't hear you on there.
Me either.
Yeah.
Okay. That fucked everything up.
All right. Be seated. All right, next question.
All right, I'm gonna lay down in a minute.
Can you hear me? Can this be heard at all?
Good morning, Miss Heard.
Good morning.
You know what? I'm done.
Your relationship with Mr. Depp began in October of 2011, right?
That's correct.
And you previously testified multiple times under oath that the first year of your relationship with Mr. Depp was the best of times, right, Miss Heard?
Can you hear me?
That is correct.
You testified that as far as you could tell,
Can you go to
Mr.
my
Depp was
YouTube
sober
and make
that
sure I'm
first
still
year.
being heard?
That is
And that
correct.
my
That's what he
thing-
used to believe.
And that the first year was, quote, magic.
If you
Yes,
could go
I
make
always
sure I'm being heard
estimated
on
it was
YouTube,
about a year.
that's all I asked.
But now you've told this jury that Mr. Depp was being
Yeah, I
violent
can
with
hear
you
you too.
throughout 2012.
I can.
Haven't you, Miss Heard?
Can or can't?
No, he took a break in the middle of 2012 when he was sober.
Can you
You told them
can you hear the audio?
that he was hitting you in 2012, though. Is that right?
He was hitting me in 2012. He just took a break in the middle.
Oh, he just took a break in the middle of hitting you. Okay.
He was smashing things around you, right?
He did.
Okay.
And you told them that Mr. Depp was in and out of sobriety in 2012.
That is correct.
You told this jury that quote, in 2012, I was in the beginning stages
do you have
of
headphones
this,
on?
just learning these patterns. I was learning that drinking kind of correlated with the violence.
Yeah, I can
end
hear you on
quote.
both now.
Is that right?
but
Okay.
That is correct.
delay, but-
Oh yeah,
So
there's going to
during
be a
these
delay.
cycles of violence in 2012 that you
Obviously.
gave Mr. Depp a
Oh
knife
yeah,
as a
definitely
gift.
going to be a delay.
I gave him
Thank
a
you.
knife, I think for a birthday present early in our relationship. I believe it was around 2012.
Hey, baby,
but I'm
can
not
you plug in your
certain.
headphones?
We've seen a picture of that knife, but I think we should bring out the real thing. Master Deputy Halusa, Master Deputy Sheriff Halusa. will you please
Ah,
have
they're
you
bringing out the actual
show the
weapons.
knife to Miss Heard?
Let's go. They're gonna ask why, if she was so afraid, would she buy a knife the size
that's
of
it.
that to be able to?
That's the knife you gave to the man who was hitting you, right, Miss Heard?
Not
I wasn't
on
worried he was
Discord.
going to stab me with it when I gave it to him.
They
That's
can
for
hear me on
certain.
Discord. Can
But you
guys
gave
hear
it to
me on
him while he
Discord?
was abusing you, allegedly.
I gave it to him that year.
Yep.
Master Deputy Sheriff Halusa, will you please show the knife to the jury?
Oh, and that's a big honking motherfucker. That's a big old honking motherfucker.
Thank you. This is the knife you gave to the man who would get drunk and violent with you, right?
This is the same knife that I gave him as a present in 2012, yes.
When he got drunk and violent with you, right?
Now, Miss Heard, I'm going to need to talk to you about what happened in Australia in March of 2015.
I should have went urinating.
You've testified that at some point during the incident you described, you witnessed Mr. Depp bashing a phone against a wall, right?
That is correct.
You testified that the phone was breaking into pieces.
I was watching it disappear.
That Mr. Depp smashed it, I think your word was smithereens.
Yes, that is correct.
And according to your testimony, this was a
that
wall-mounted
would have
phone
to have
in the
been
bar area.
hard.
That is correct.
Let's take a look at Defendant's Exhibit 1820.
Is it going to be a picture of her
Miss,
phone?
I believe this has already been admitted into evidence. If we could have it published. Thank you. You saw this photo during your direct examination, right?
That is correct.
And you testified that the wall-mounted phone that you saw Mr. Depp smash is on the wall on the left.
That's correct. So if you were looking at this picture, the wall-mounted phone would have been behind you on the left-hand side of your shoulder.
But it's not depicted in this photo, correct?
Whoever took this photo standing right in front of where that mounted phone was.
It's convenient. The pieces of the phone Mr. Depp smashed aren't in this picture either, right?
You don't see it because it's whoever took this photo standing in front of that.
She said convenient when I
Whoever
said
took this photo, it's Mr. Ben King, correct?
That's what I believe.
Mr. King testified under oath in this trial, right?
That is correct.
And he testified that there was no wall-mounted phone smashed to smithereens that he had to replace, correct?
I didn't hear him testify to that, no.
He did. Your counsel elicited it.
I disagree with that representation.
But it's still
You
his
also saw this
testimony.
picture. Actually, can we please bring up Defendant's Exhibit 1821, which is also admitted into evidence? You also saw this picture during your direct examination, correct?
That is correct.
And so this is the bar area to the right of the wall-mounted phone you just described.
If you were facing in that direction, if you're facing this direction, it would be behind you.
This phone on the counter isn't the phone that got smashed to smithereens, is it?
No, they brought that out during my testimony in the UK as well, and I said this in the UK trial as well, that is not the phone. Obviously, because that one's not smashed and it's not wall-mounted.
Yeah, so there are two phones in the bar area.
There was a wall-mounted phone. I don't know if it was decorative or what, but it was like it looked antique, large and antique.
And what the large and antique one that's not depicted in any photograph, including
because
ones
I
you
know
took,
that I'm gonna miss
is the one that
something
Mr. Depp damaged, correct?
That is correct. I only took pictures of the mirrors.
All right.
So there's no picture of that damaged phone.
I didn't take a picture of it, no.
Okay. So back to the phone smashing. You watched Mr. Depp smash the phone, right?
That's correct. I watched it.
And you testified that you were, quote, watching the phone every single time he pulled his hand back, end quote.
That's correct.
And according to you, this is when Mr. Depp lost the tip of his finger, right?
It is my best guess. I didn't notice his finger come off, obviously. I was watching him smash the phone and watching the pieces break while he was doing it.
Well, it's not your best guess, Ms. Heard.
That is my best guess, yes.
Okay, let's go back to my questions. You submitted a declaration under the penalty of perjury in this case. Do you remember that?
Oh!
Let's look at that declaration.
The penalty of perjury. I remember that. It was, if I do believe it was in the first one. Because there was a video testimony of each one. Yeah,
Yes, ma'am.
look at him grinning.
Thank you.
I know some say that he shouldn't be grinning, but after a feat like that, man, there's no way to not have some kind of excitement.
If we could direct your attention, Ms. Heard, to the page 14 of the declaration. Is that your signature?
Yes, it is.
And your signature appears right under the statement, quote, I declare, under penalty of perjury, under the laws of the state of Virginia, that the foregoing is true and correct.
That is correct.
And this is dated April 10th, 2019.
Correct.
Now let's look at paragraph 16, which is on page 5. Specifically line 10. Quote, you write, testify under oath, while he was smashing the phone, Johnny severely injured his finger, cutting off the top of it, end quote. Did I read that correctly?
Yes, that's correct.
So you testified in this courtroom that after Mr. Depp smashed the phone, he held you down on the countertop by the neck. Do you remember that?
I'm not quite sure of the exact sequence of things, but yes, both of those things happened.
How are you not sure the sequence
We'll get
of
to the
things?
sequence.
How?
And this is when Mr. Depp supposedly assaulted you with a bottle, right?
On the countertop, he assaulted me.
So Mr. Depp was able to get you on the counter, right?
He held me down by my neck.
And
Trigger
hold you down
warning.
by your neck.
For what they're about to discuss.
That is correct.
And he grabbed a bottle, according to you,
Major trigger warning.
while holding you down by the neck, correct?
I'm sorry, can you clarify what you're asking me?
While Mr. Depp is holding you by the neck against the countertop, he grabs a bottle. That's your testimony.
No, those two things didn't happen at the exact same time, no.
So he's holding the bottle, is that your testimony?
He
While
was holding
you
my-
down by the neck?
Sorry. What was your question?
Your testimony is, Ms. Heard, that either he has the bottle
Is she just
before
playing
or
dumb,
after
for real?
he's holding you by the neck on the counter. Is that your testimony?
He held me by the neck on the counter.
Where's the bottle that he assaulted
At what
with?
point?
While holding you down by your neck.
When he was assaulting me with the bottle, it was in his hand.
Was it in his hand before
Prior-
or after he
prior
holds you down
or
by your
before?
neck?
I was being held down
prior or after?
while he assaulted me with the bottle.
Did he have the bottle in his hand before he put you on the table?
When he puts you on the counter, does he have the bottle in his hand, yes or no?
As I have always said, I don't remember exactly what happened first, or I don't remember the sequence. I just remember being aware that I was being assaulted by a bottle while I was on the countertop.
So he penetrates you with this bottle. But you don't know how he got the bottle, right?
That is correct.
And he did that right after he lost the tip of his right middle finger.
Again, I don't remember the exact sequence of those events.
We'll get to the sequence. And while he was on 8 to 10 MDMA pills, right?
Yes.
Let's talk about the sequence. This is the sequence of events you testified to in this courtroom. That he smashed the phone to smithereens and then assaulted you, lost the tip of his finger,
wanna be able to
and then
hear what you
assaulted
said.
you with a bottle.
you
Yes,
say?
that's the sequence of
you're
events
okay.
that you testified to.
Played
in
to
this
the
courtroom.
jury.
To be clear, you're putting it in
Right, she
order when you
does.
say words like then. I have never claimed that I can remember the exact sequence of these things. This was a multi-day
she's always
assault
looking at
that
the
took
jury.
place over three horrible days.
obnoxiously
The worst thing
annoying.
ever
Ms.
happened
Heard,
to me. I
we're
don't
not talking.
remember
Ms.
the
Heard,
exact
that's not
sequence.
my question. My question isn't about the 3-day assault allegedly that occurred. I'm just talking about the sexual assault that you now
Bro,
allege occurred.
she is a goat.
Correct.
Let's talk about the sequence.
She's gonna break it down in detail. The devil's in the details.
So you testified. Actually, yeah, I know. I just realized that. Do we have a copy? We gave it to you yesterday. Court transcript.
Thanks for coming and sitting here with me.
Sir, do you have a copy of day 16 in front of you?
Day 16? Yes, of
Court
my
meeting.
deposition?
Yes. No, of the court transcript from this trial.
Oh.
Copy!
Yeah, I didn't realize that. Yeah, I do.
Let's look at the
Because
transcript.
it's a lot louder than
So
I
you
thought. So let me
testified on
turn you
page-
up. I already know
getting
you're
there.
gonna have a.
4506.
Let me turn you up. There we go.
What are you guys watching?
Oh, the trial. I'm streaming it. Actually, I put the link in the from Shay. It's the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard trial. She's being cross-examined today.
Oh, okay.
Cross-examination by her. His lawyer is going fucking ham. I put if you want to watch with me, I put the link in the from Shay. So anybody that wants to watch it, it's just my stream.
Okay.
I love her to death.
The reason that we need to go through this, Ms. Heard, is because we understand that these are very serious allegations that you're making, right?
It was horrible. What happened to me, yes.
Okay, but it's
So
very
let's go
serious
through them.
allegations. Extremely serious.
Page
Break it down for us,
4506,
sis. Come on.
line 2 through 3. I sit here now. Apologize.
She's going to go
You
through every
testified
little
on page
detail and just break it apart
4506.
for
This
her.
all started when Mr. Depp took 8 or 10 pills of MDMA, right?
That is correct.
Then, directing your attention to page 4518. Line 19. You talk about Mr. Depp smashing a wall-mounted phone, correct?
That is correct.
Then on page 4519, at line 3, you testified that while Mr. Depp is smashing the phone, he is screaming, quote, "I fucking hate you," end quote, right?
Big trigger warning.
Yes, he was screaming that, among other things.
And further down on page 4519, same page, lines 12 through 19, you talk about how you watched Mr. Depp smash the phone to smithereens, right?
That is correct.
Then, continuing on the same page, 4519, line 20, you say something really important. Quote, "At some point, he's on top of me. No phone, but screaming the same thing," end quote, right?
I just remember the sound, yes.
But you remember, and you testified to this jury, that he didn't have the phone in his hand anymore.
When he was assaulting me with the bottle,
Right.
he had the bottle in his hand. When he was punching the wall with the phone, he had the phone in his hand. When he was punching the wall next to my head, he had me by the throat. He did a lot of things that night.
So you're acknowledging,
conveniently, that's
by
a
this
lot.
sequence, not my words, your words, Ms. Heard, that you testified to this jury that Mr. Depp smashed the phone to smithereens before he assaulted you. That's the sequencing in which you testified, correct?
I have never testified to a
Watching the
sequence.
jury, though, like, she's expecting.
That's what I'm
figure out
saying.
Talking about that sequence. Then on page 4521, starting at line 3, you testified to being bent over backwards on the bar, right?
Okay.
She just stares at the jury. It bugs me.
Yep.
Like, talk to the lawyer. I mean, I get, like, wanting to look over because you got a group of people, you know, watching
Listening.
you. But at the same time, when someone's talking to you, you show them respect and look at them and speak with them eye to eye. Like, if you parabellum, you're speaking to me, you know, you're asking me a question. Of course, there's going to be people listening, but the respectful thing to do is look at the person that is speaking to you and answer them, you know? I don't know. Maybe it's just I have some southern roots when it comes to, like, tidbits of respect, just human respect, and one of them is you look at somebody when they're speaking to you.
No, you're right. Yep. Definitely.
Yeah, so big trigger warning if anybody hasn't heard what she said, but it's absolutely what she said is foul. I'm so sorry that I can't be there for her because I'm streaming. Tell her that I love her. But yeah, they go into kind of gruesome detail, and I'm pretty sure she's going to pick it apart.
Directing your attention, Ms. Heard, to page 4521, starting at line 3.
It's not pretty.
You testified to being bent over backwards on the bar.
I am dedicated to watching this bitch go down. That is correct.
And then feeling pressure on your pubic bone like Mr. Depp was punching you.
She deserves it.
Yes?
That's what I thought.
Thank you for sharing it, my
And then
love.
further down,
and she
on
is a
page
fucking
4521, and on to 4522, you testified that you were concerned Mr. Depp was using a broken bottle on you. Yes?
That was my fear.
Here we go.
That's what I remember feeling.
Ms. Heard, I'm going to show you Defendant's Exhibit 1816.
I like her. She is a feisty bitch. I like her.
She's already been admitted.
Yes.
Thank you. You saw this picture during your direct examination, right?
I did.
And you testified that this is a picture of the bottles that were next to Mr. Depp on a desk when you found him drinking in the morning, right?
That's correct.
And this was the morning after Mr. Depp had allegedly sexually assaulted you, right?
It was the morning after he did assault me. Yes.
And if I understood your testimony correctly, you testified that this is the Maker's Mark bottle that Mr. Depp sexually assaulted you with.
I was never sure it was, but it was definitely that shape. Felt like that shape.
Oh,
but you
God.
testified in this courtroom that you had
Let's
not
go
seen this
from all
bottle
the
until
time to
Ben
some-
King provided these photographs, correct?
And not in the course of the trial. I hadn't seen the photograph.
Huh? You've seen the photo.
You claim you had serious injuries after this alleged incident, right, Ms. Heard?
Depends on what you would call serious. For me, you know, having a sore jaw and some bruises at the time of my relationship wasn't that serious.
Okay. Let's testify.
relative.
Let's focus
Right?
on the testimony
Oh, God,
that
it's
you gave about the
disgusting.
injuries.
I can hear you,
Mr. Depp,
but Natalie,
as you
thank you.
testified yesterday, wears rings on every finger, right?
Sometimes. I mean, often.
You
And
testify it's
certainly in the later
always.
part of our relationship, that was more normal than not. But if he's filming or something like that, of course, he's not going to have his own jewelry on.
Your testimony
Is that when he
in this
hit
trial
you,
was,
he had his rings
quote,
on?
I don't know if I've ever known Johnny not to wear rings.
Yes.
Correct?
You need to put your microphone on, Miss.
That's the third
Objection.
time that she has done it.
Improper
She gets
impeachment,
so
she's going to
nervous.
ask her a question, then she has to show where that was, and then.
I'll overrule the objection. Go ahead.
Thank you.
Whereas this lawyer over here,
Your testimony
Camille, she
yesterday
keeps
was,
her hand
quote,
on the
I don't
button
know
like
if
a
I've ever
fucking
known
buzzer.
Johnny not
She's
to
just
wear
ready
rings.
to go.
Right, Miss Heard?
That's what I testified to, yes.
Okay. And he was wearing rings on
Yep.
every finger in Australia, correct?
That's the bottle
Not
afterwards.
all the time, not literally every single ring, every single day, but he often wears rings.
Not often, Miss Heard. Your words are, I've never known Johnny not to wear rings on every finger.
That is what I testified to.
Okay. And you testified that you bled as a result of this sexual assault, correct?
That is correct.
All right. And you testified that your forearms were cut.
My forearms and my
Answer
feet.
her.
And
God,
your
that
feet were
bugs me.
sliced up.
That's correct.
Talk to her.
And you testified you had a bruise across your jaw.
That is correct.
Yeah, she would
And there's
go.
not
She'd
a
go to the
single
ER for something
medical
like that.
record reflecting treatment for any of those injuries. Is there, Miss Heard?
Oh, but I don't. I
I didn't seek treatment.
I didn't seek treatment. I didn't have.
And the day after you sustained all these injuries, Dr. David Kipper came to the house in Australia, right?
Well, he came the third day along with security.
The day after you sustained these injuries.
Poor Johnny.
Dr. David Kipper came along with nurse Debbie Lloyd, correct?
Well, that fight went into the morning, like early hour morning, so technically that last day.
Damn, poor Johnny. You got this, bro.
Dr. David Kipper is Mr. Depp's, or was Mr.
You
Depp's
got this, bro.
physician, right?
I believe he still is.
But he
Yes.
was at the time.
Yes,
is.
that's correct.
And he was also your physician.
She's completely unprofessional.
He also saw me.
No, not saw you. He was your physician, correct, Miss Heard?
Johnny was the client, but he also treated me.
All right. Let's please pull up. Do you remember giving testimony in this case in a deposition, Miss Heard?
That's
Yes,
sick.
I do.
God,
I've given a
that's
couple.
sick.
If we could please pull up the deposition transcript, day 2. At
laugh it off.
589,
Laugh
lines
it
6
off,
through
buddy.
8. May I approach?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.
That bottle has nothing on it. I hope this turd goes to fucking prison. I agree with you. I hope this turd goes to fucking prison too.
Yep, I agree.
Your Honor, we're going
I
to
love you,
play
baby.
Ms. Ford's
She's
deposition
in the YouTube
for the
chat.
jury. Lines day 2, page 540, lines 6 through 9. If we have permission to publish it.
You gotta give me.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. Day 2, page 589, lines 6 through 8.
All right, if you could just give us a minute to get
Of
there.
course.
589.
I'm sorry, what were the lines again?
Page 589, lines 6 through 8.
Did you say 540 or 589?
589, lines 6 through 8.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
I have no objection, Your Honor.
And he was your doctor at this point, right?
Yes, he was.
Oh shit, sorry.
Debbie Lloyd also came to the house that day.
Yes, she came with Kipper.
Miss Lloyd is a nurse, correct?
That is correct.
Malcolm Connolly also came to the house that day.
Yes, that's correct.
Mr. Connolly is one of the security guards, correct?
That is correct.
You had known Mr. Connolly for years at that point.
Yes, that's correct.
You flew back to Los Angeles the next day with Ben King. Is that right?
I can't be certain if it was the next day or the day after, but somewhere around there, yes.
Apologies.
And the day you arrived back in Los Angeles, you saw Travis McGivern, correct?
I don't recall seeing Travis, no.
You don't recall Mr. McGivern picking you up from the airport with Ben King?
I don't remember that, no.
And the same day, you also saw your own nurse, Erin Filati, that day, correct? The day you arrived in Los Angeles?
I don't recall if I saw her that day.
You saw Ms. Filati's testimony in this case by video deposition, correct?
That is correct.
And you heard her testify that she saw you the day you arrived back from Australia on March 9th, 2015.
I believe she testified that she came to dinner where I was with friends. Yeah, I believe that.
So she saw you that day?
I believe that evening I saw her at dinner.
Okay. And then you saw Erin Filati again the next day for a private meeting, didn't you?
I'm not sure. If that's what she testified to, I'd have to just see the records to know.
You heard her testify, according to her notes. She met with you privately on March 10th, 2015.
She met with me at some point upon my arrival, but I don't remember the exact date.
And when you were in Australia, Ms. Heard, you didn't take any pictures of the injuries you claim to have sustained, right?
I did not take any pictures, no.
But you did take 2 pictures.
Of the mirrors. I took 2 pictures of the bathroom mirrors. That was the master bathroom where I was.
Let's please pull up Defendant's Exhibit 374, which is already in evidence. You took this picture, right, Ms. Heard?
Yes, that's correct.
And this is a mirror in the bathroom in Australia?
That's correct.
Love you too. My fucking god,
And this
bitch,
black
get it
paint
together
on the
for
mirror is
real.
from Mr. Depp.
Okay,
That
so
is
the
correct.
first one
He
was
wrote on the
supposed
mirror
to...
in black paint after his finger was cut off, right?
He says she wrote the red too.
Yes.
She wrote the red.
I
She's
only
saying he wrote
know
it.
that because there was blood as well as paint.
So you took this picture after Mr. Depp had injured his fingers, correct?
You see how the red isn't
This
there.
was while I was packing when I was leaving.
That's a
when I
yes,
took
right,
the photo.
Ms. Heard?
That's
You took this picture after Mr. Depp had injured his finger.
that's correct.
And you took this picture after you had
Wow, my computer is froze.
allegedly been assaulted by Mr. Depp, yes?
That's correct.
Yet you didn't capture yourself in the mirror, did you?
I don't see myself in the mirror, no.
Let's please pull up Defendant's Exhibit 375. You took this picture as well, right, Ms. Heard?
That's correct.
And this is
Call
from one of the
Carly.
bathroom mirrors in Australia?
That's
Said
correct.
it better.
This is also a picture taken after Mr. Depp had injured his finger.
That's correct.
And this is also a picture taken after you had allegedly been assaulted by Mr. Depp.
That's correct.
You didn't
Babe.
capture yourself in the mirror
Call
in this
Carly
picture either,
babe.
did you?
I do
said
not
it
see
better.
myself in the mirror in that picture.
No?
Is
She
that
said
because
it
you
better,
didn't have any
babe.
visible injuries on you?
It's because I was taking a picture of the writing.
Let's talk about the writing on this mirror.
Oh.
So the writing in black paint is from Mr. Depp, correct?
It's all from Mr. Depp.
Oh.
And it's your testimony under oath that you did not write the red text that says, quote, call Carly Simon, she said it better, babe, end quote.
That's correct.
Because if
does
you
not
did
look
write
like
that,
his
it means that
writing.
your husband was walking around the house bleeding from his amputated finger, and you're writing snarky messages to him on a mirror, right?
Oh!
I don't know what your question to me is. I'm sorry.
Burn.
Let's please take a look at Defendant's Exhibit 1830. And I believe this picture is also admitted into evidence.
Oh.
This is a picture of the same mirror, right?
That's correct.
But you didn't take this picture.
No, I did not.
This is the one that Ben King took.
And I don't see him in the mirror either.
I don't believe he claimed he had injuries, though. Is that right?
I did not hear Ben King talk about his injuries, no.
Okay. So you would agree, Ms.
His
Heard, that the
injuries?
black
He didn't
text
have
on the
any
mirror
injuries.
says,
What the
quote,
fuck is she talking about?
she loves naked photos of herself. So modern, so hot.
I had not read that yet. I mean, before. But yeah, that's what it says.
But you were taking pictures of the text, but you had not read that before?
I haven't seen this. It didn't make sense to me at the time when I read it in person.
Okay. Again, Mr. Depp wrote that.
I don't know who else would have.
So, Ms. Heard, just to be clear, it's your testimony that Mr. Depp also wrote the message in red about Carly Simon saying it better, right?
That's
it looks
correct.
like he went up with his handprint.
You know
and
Carly Simon
smacked it,
sang the
though.
song You're So Vain, right?
I was told that.
So it's your testimony that Mr. Depp was writing messages to himself in the mirror back and forth.
The best I can describe it is it looked like a crazy conversation. It was on the walls, it was
With
on
himself.
lampshades, it was on cushions.
It's your testimony the crazy conversation was with himself.
That's what it looked like from the bloody messages I found.
And you would agree with me that in this photograph, the red text has been smudged with black paint, right?
Yes.
Let's please pull up, if we can, Defendant's Exhibit 375 again.
All right, let me see what you can't see. It lagged for a bit there.
The black smudge isn't in this picture that you took, right?
That's correct.
So Mr. Depp must have not liked his own message to himself.
I'm not quite sure what was happening when Ben took his photograph.
Took his
no.
hands in the paint and just smashed
Let's
it.
please pull up Plaintiff's Exhibit 343, which is already in evidence, and play the portion from 157:21 through 158:54. It's
I
recording,
don't-
Your Honor.
It's not to get you mad. It's just to get out of a bad situation while it's happening before it gets worse. In Australia, when we had the big fight where I lost the tip of my finger, at least 5 bathrooms and 2 bedrooms I went to
avoid talking to me, to avoid
escape
working
the,
it out. That's
to escape the fight.
Can you
don't
hear and
escape
see?
the fight. You escape the solution.
No.
You escape the solution.
No.
You escape figuring it out. We cannot work it out if you run away to the bathroom every time.
Listen to me. Listen to me. A boxer can't go 12 rounds without a fucking minute break.
I'm not giving you a minute break. You do it at minute 3 at the beginning of an argument.
No. There are rounds, man. And when it gets too fucking hairy, the ref splits them apart or whatever. But all I'm saying is, you can't have a solution if the argument just keeps mounting and mounting and mounting and mounting. I fucking go into the bathroom and sit on the floor. Bam, bam,
Fucking
bam.
agree.
Here you come. I come out. Fight. Crazy. Escalated. I split again. I go to another fucking bathroom or a bedroom or something. Knock. Bang, bang, bang. You kept coming to get me.
This is what really happened in Australia, isn't it, Miss Heard?
I did knock on a bathroom door on the first night.
Not a bathroom door, 5 bathroom doors, and 2 bedrooms. Isn't
Johnny
that right?
is not an accurate historian of what happened during
Ms. Heard,
that
Ms.
period
Heard,
of time. I'll guarantee
Ms.
you
Heard, that's not my question.
Oh,
5
you can't just sit there and
doors,
talk.
2 bedrooms.
And have
That's
your
what
video
you knocked
offline
on.
for like 5
That's
minutes.
what
Yeah,
actually
it cut
happened
me
in
off.
Australia,
I don't
isn't it,
know
Ms.
why.
Heard?
I was there.
Am I back on? It says I'm
I
on.
remember it. I knocked on one bathroom door. I came on the first night after he decided to take the bag of
Yes.
MDMA,
Ms.
And I
Heard,
went to
They were
check
just
on her
talking
and
about
I'm
said
going to
we
move to
could-
strike
the
everything
painting.
after I knocked on one bathroom door.
She's trying to get down to what actually happened that night. They're talking
Not
about the
quite,
painting,
so
and
I
they
will
played the
sustain the
audio
objection.
of
Just answer the question,
him
okay?
saying, "Come on, I lost a finger." Saying I tried to
The
escape.
recording we just
I
listened
went to this
That's
bathroom.
exactly
I went to
what
that
happened in
bathroom.
Australia. Mr. Depp lost the tip of his finger after you threw a bottle at him. Isn't that right?
That is incorrect.
You're the one who assaulted someone with a bottle in Australia. Isn't that right, Ms. Heard?
I didn't assault Johnny in Australia. I didn't assault Johnny ever. I couldn't.
And then after he was injured, he had to hide from you, right?
That is
Wow.
incorrect.
5 bathrooms, 2 bedrooms.
That is incorrect.
While
You
his
would pursue
fingertip
him.
was missing.
That is incorrect.
Because he was avoiding talking to you, right?
He did that first night when
he was
I tried to
avoiding-
talk to him about the drugs.
And he was avoiding working it out.
No, he was avoiding
Yeah,
agreeing to not love him very much.
I'm not talking about your mixed relationship. That night in Australia, after you cut off his finger with a bottle, you weren't scared of him at all, were you?
This is a man who tried to kill me. Of course, it's scary.
Tried to kill
He's
you.
also my husband.
When did he try to kill her? When did that come up?
Ms. Heard, I'm going to show you what's been marked as defendant's exhibit.
So we got a new
371.
charge. She is saying that he tried to kill her now. What the fuck? First it was assault, then it was SA, now
Do not
it's
believe
attempted
these have been
murder.
admitted into evidence.
No, I don't have them.
And not once did she go to police.
If we can scroll down, please. No.
Ms. Bretterhoff, if you don't have your microphone on, I cannot hear you. You still don't
see
have it
it.
on.
Redacted. Oh. I need to take a look at the unredacted.
Oh no, I've got it pulled up. I see it on YouTube.
I'm not admitting it into evidence yet. I would like to just
Okay, you
talk
can
to the
ask
witness
the
about it
question.
if I
Go ahead.
could. Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Heard, I'm going to show you what's been marked as Defendant's Exhibit 371. Do you recognize these text messages between you and Dr. Cowan?
I don't recognize these, no.
Who's Dr. Cowan?
He was my therapist that was recommended to me from Dr. Kipper. He and Dr. Kipper worked together.
He was your therapist at the time, correct?
That's correct.
And you had been seeing him for almost a year in March of 2015?
My guess would be about 6 months at that point.
Your text messages are in gray, correct?
Your Honor, I'm going
Come on, show it to the
I'm
jury.
going to ask that she show her the unredacted so that she can see the text exchange back and
All right,
forth
if you
if
can-
she wants to talk
Absolutely.
All right,
about
we'll pull
moving
that
the
up.
unredacted.
I'm sorry that it's not working for
Okay.
you. I see it on mine. That they're asking to show a picture and the lawyer's wanting it, but they're not showing us. So I think she has to confirm that it's her picture, and then she'll move it into evidence. Once they give it into evidence, they'll give it to the jury. If they give it to the jury, then everybody gets to see it.
Seeing these unredacted messages, does this refresh your recollection that these are indeed communications between you and Dr. Cowan?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
All right, now moving into evidence.
Doctor, your text messages are in gray, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
And Dr. Cowan's are in blue?
That is correct.
Do you see the text message at the bottom of the page from March 8th, 2015 at
Come on, show it to the
8:29
jury.
p.m.?
Yes, that's correct.
March 8th is the day that you were allegedly
whole fucking
sexually assaulted
internet's
by
the
Mr.
jury
Depp
today,
in
bro.
Australia, correct?
That is correct.
So on March 8th, 2015, you were in Australia,
That is correct.
and Mr. Depp's finger had just been cut off, right?
That is
Feel like
correct.
they spend more time
And you
at
write
the
to Dr.
bloody
Cowan,
bench
quote, I feel
than
so
anywhere
lost.
else.
I can't talk. I don't
Well, let me
know
turn
if
it down
I'll
just a little
ever be able to change,
Say that again.
end quote.
I
Did I
just
read
feel-
that
I just
correctly?
feel like they spend so
That's
much
correct.
time at the bench than anywhere else.
You weren't
Oh,
able
yeah.
to change, were you, Miss Heard?
I very much wanted to leave
I'll
the
keep it down a
relationship
bit,
I
that way
was
I can
in,
hear you.
but I
It's too
didn't
loud.
have the power. I didn't feel I had the power to leave. I
That's
knew
fine.
I was in a very toxic
I meant for me
relationship
in
with
general.
Johnny, and I knew I
Oh,
needed to change that. I knew it was, at this point, horrible for me. And I
I'm gonna
talk to
move
my
to
therapist
admit
often about that.
Exhibit Defendant's Exhibit 371 as redacted with just Ms. Heard's messages.
All right.
All right, so we get to see Heard's messages.
Left out the next two lines from Ms. Heard.
They're gonna blank
that
out
clarify
the
even
doctors,
further,
so
and
we're
I
gonna
also
see
think
hers.
Ms.
that
Bredehoff,
Dr. Cowan's.
Your Honor, may we
Yeah,
please
let's-
approach?
let's-
This is.
I honestly, I'm not the great. I left the voice chat, but I'm still here. Oh, thank you for coming to the YouTube. I don't know a whole lot about strategies when it comes to court, but what the fuck are they doing? Like, what the fuck is Amber Heard's lawyers doing other than, like, I don't get it. I don't understand how they're not embarrassed for their job or embarrassed for, in general. I'd be so embarrassed. Then
I
again,
feel like they're all going to be applying for jobs after this.
yeah, like how are you, well, who's gonna hire you? You know, like other people like Amber Heard. Is that really what you want your clientele to be? Like, and they're so. But at the end of the day, like it seems like a soap opera, but it's his life. Like it's. That's devastating to a reputation. That is absolutely horrid. Now, the poor guy kept quiet for years while everybody just trashed him. She's saying, please, can you be quiet? Please, can you just turn your mic on and object and not carry on a conversation? Just do your job. All right, we're going back to the turd. We're zooming in on the
So,
turd.
Your Honor, I'm going to move to.
She is getting her
Defendant's
emotions
Exhibit
together.
371 as redacted.
All
You know,
right,
what's it
371
called?
in evidence
Get in the
as
face.
Redacted over objection.
Composure.
Yes, ma'am.
There we go. She's getting her
You
composure.
can publish that to the jury. Thank you. So you write, Ms. Heard, to Dr. Cowan, I feel so lost. I can't talk. I
There we
don't know
go.
if
We
I'll
get to
ever
see
be able
it.
to change. Right?
And I said I clearly can't figure this out, meaning the relationship.
You didn't say that. You
I
said,
did.
Not the relationship. Your text messages. Clearly, I can't figure this out. I feel so lost right now.
What I was saying to him
No,
is
Ms.
clearly
Heard.
No,
Ms.
it's
Heard,
no
Ms. Heard, that's
context.
not my
No
question.
context. It's what
The
does it
text.
say?
Just the text.
That's
What
exactly
you
what I
text-
was saying.
What you texted. Clearly, I can't figure this out. I feel
She's
so
not
lost
going to
right
say
now.
this and make it so
That's-
vague. There's a
that's what I was
reason
saying.
she's pointing this out. There's a reason she's pointing this out. They're not going to make it just vague like that. There's got to be a reason.
Ms. Heard, do you contend?
Your Honor, just for clarification.
Oh,
so those
she's
two
snorting
next
more
lines,
coke.
they can't-
Cubby
Okay,
cat.
good. All right, thank you.
Ms. Heard, do you contend that there's another incident of abuse in March of 2015 after you and Mr. Depp returned from Australia? Is that correct?
That's correct.
We're going to have more
And
evidence.
this incident took place on March 23rd, 2015?
That's correct.
And this supposedly occurred in the penthouse at the Eastern Columbia building?
What was the date on that
That's
picture?
correct.
Did anybody see the
You
date?
had found text messages between Mr. Depp and another woman, right?
That
I
is
think I
correct.
might be a bit behind.
So you confronted him about cheating on you.
That's correct.
Yeah, if you're watching it on my
This was
side,
about 2 weeks after
one
you had
high,
returned from
and
Australia.
it'll lag.
That's correct.
From you'll hear
So
me
this is shortly
talking about it,
after
and then
Mr.
you'll
Depp
see it.
supposedly sexually assaulted you with a bottle, right?
Trigger warning coming up.
It was 2 weeks after he assaulted me, yes.
And you decided to confront him about cheating on you?
I didn't decide to. I wanted to.
Yeah,
Mr.
that
Depp's
means you
finger was
decided
freshly
to.
injured at this point, right?
He had a cast on it.
The top of his right finger had been cut off 2 weeks prior,
That is correct.
and he had a pin in his finger. True?
I don't recall when the pen was placed.
A skin graft?
I'm not quite sure. He had several different procedures, and they were kind of spread out over a period of time, so I don't remember what happened and when
One of those
exactly.
procedures was to treat the MRSA that got on his finger too, right?
At some point, I
Oh,
knew he had
yeah,
an
we have an
infection.
opening like that. It's more
And
prone
his
to
right hand was in
infection.
a bandage, right?
It was casted.
She says he
So it's
apparently.
your testimony that Mr. Depp was able to attack
Attack.
both you and your sister with his hand in that state, right?
That is correct. He had a hard plaster cast on it.
Debbie Lloyd was present in the penthouses when Mr. Depp supposedly attacked you. Isn't that correct?
That's correct.
In fact, you claim that Mr. Depp threw a Red Bull can at Miss Lloyd that evening.
Yes, that's correct.
And you put in a sworn statement to that effect in the UK case, right?
That is correct.
Oh, it's not going to be able to fit. Never mind.
But that's not true, is it?
That's what happened.
You know what a deposition is, right, Miss Heard?
I've had several, yes.
Yeah. So you know it's when someone provides testimony under oath.
That is correct.
You're aware that Miss Lloyd was deposed in connection with this case, correct?
That is true.
And Miss Lloyd's deposition testimony was played earlier in this trial, right?
Oh, she says it best. She's good.
All right.
Approach about what? Approach about what? Oh, this lawyer is good. She's good. She's good. It's gonna be a good one. I'll make sure I take a nap later. I can't miss this. I've been waiting for this the whole trial. Everybody that's close to me knows I've been rambling, saying I want to see the cross-examination. Wait, what? What'd you say for?
So in a deposition, Miss Heard, you know it's when someone provides testimony under oath, right?
That's correct.
And you're aware that Miss Lloyd was deposed in connection with this case.
That's correct.
And Miss Lloyd's deposition testimony was played earlier in this trial.
Yes.
So you heard Miss Lloyd testify under oath, and Mr. Depp never threw a can of Red Bull at her.
Yep.
I can't remember if she didn't recall that or if she said it didn't happen. I don't remember. I vaguely sense she didn't recall anything.
So it's your testimony that Miss Lloyd would forget that Mr. Depp, a very famous patient of hers, threw a can of Red Bull that nearly missed her, according to your version of events?
To be fair, I just don't remember if she said when she testified that she didn't recall that incident or if it didn't happen. I don't remember what she testified to. But I have a vague sense that she didn't recall much at all.
You have a vague sense.
She recalled, and she testified in this courtroom, that Mr. Depp never threw a can of Red Bull at her.
Oh,
that was
burn!
Wasn't it?
I don't recall what her testimony was with regards to that one incident, no.
You actually filed a complaint against Miss Lloyd's nursing license right before she was supposedly deposed in this case, didn't you?
No, I don't believe I did.
Are you aware that someone filed a complaint against Miss Lloyd's nursing license in connection with her care of Mr. Depp for failing to report abuse?
No.
Whoa!
First
Good on them!
Whoa! That wasn't you?
That is my testimony. I didn't even know about that until now.
Travis McGivern was also present when Mr. Depp supposedly attacked you, correct?
He walked in at some point.
And you heard his testimony that it was actually
so
you
they
who punched
knew
Mr.
about
Depp.
her
Isn't that right?
abuse and
It's
they
always
went
been my
after
own
their
testimony that I
license
hit Johnny.
because
And
they knew that she
you
was
who was
abusing
throwing
and
things
failed
at
to
Mr.
say
Depp.
it as their doctor
I
and care
hit him
provider.
in defense of my sister. I didn't have anything to throw at him. I never threw anything at him.
I know
hit
that's
him
why
and
his
he
lawyer was
attacked
asking
me
those
and my
questions
sister.
like that. I didn't see that
Specifically when he
coming.
moved
I
for
didn't
her.
see that coming.
That's when I hit him.
So it's your testimony under
I
oath.
didn't know
You
about
threw
that.
Nothing at Mr. Depp. Mr. McGivern's lying.
I have thrown things at Johnny,
No,
to be clear, but not
thrown
that
things
occasion.
that evening.
Not on that occasion.
So it's your testimony, Mr. McGivern imagined that you were throwing things at Mr. Depp from the mezzanine level down towards where Mr. Depp and Mr. McGivern were standing.
Well, he certainly wasn't going to say it about his client.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to leave the chat.
That's
I've been
okay.
trying to multitask for the last couple of hours at work.
That's okay. Thank you so much for coming in. I truly appreciate it very
Yes, we
much.
did.
No,
I'm gonna.
it's really
Each other
fun.
messages.
I'm still gonna stay in the chat. So
That
if
is
you
true.
ever want to come in and chit chat, I'm here. I'm gonna keep it up.
If we could please pull up Plaintiff's
Okay.
Exhibit 91.
Right, speak to
All
you
right.
later.
Bye. Thank you for coming
I'm only
in.
going to be showing you certain portions of this, so if we could please call this Plaintiff's Exhibit 91A.
Ooh, that's bad.
This is the journal that you and Mr. Depp kept with each other in electronic form, correct?
That is correct.
And if we could scroll through, these are all entries that you made in the journal, correct?
Thought they weren't gonna let her use the journal. What happened?
Is it done?
Mhm.
Yes.
I'm going to move for the admission of Plaintiff's Exhibit 91A, and I've gone ahead and redacted Mr. Depp's writings as on hearsay grounds.
I'm going to object, Your Honor. May we approve?
Okay.
Okay, but she just said that she's going to move out what he said on hearsay grounds, so she's just testifying to what she said. I don't understand why they're approaching. I think Johnny's over there thinking the same thing. I don't know why they're fucking going up either. This trial is, I just see that, TikTok got it best. I see liar, liar. Because it's fucking with my case. And they need, because it's the lies, and they need to try and cover it up, even though it's a fail. JD and his team are honest for real. And I wouldn't just say that because of how serious these allegations are. These are serious, serious allegations. And as a survivor, she is fucking lying. She's lying. Amber and her team are scattered, unprofessional because they are full of shit. Exactly. They are. They're full of shit.
It's the picture.
They haven't given me the pages yet.
Oh, they haven't given me the pages yet. She is
Writing them
saltier than a 12-year-old Yu-Gi-Oh player.
Sorry, Judy. Let's write him down first.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yeah, all right.
If we could please publish this to the jury.
91A in evidence.
Thank you.
Over objection.
This is a picture that's on the inside cover of the Love notebook, correct?
That's correct.
And this is a picture of you and Mr. Depp?
That's correct.
You're in Australia in this picture, aren't you?
Yes, but that's much later once we returned.
You can see that Mr. Depp's right hand is bandaged, right?
Yes, that's correct. That was after it had recovered significantly. That's not what it looked like during the incident we were just talking about.
So this is a picture after the events in Australia in March of 2015, correct?
Yeah, yes, that photograph was taken months later.
After he
Have the jury look at
assaulted
that
her
photograph again,
and
please.
what? There's something we're missing that the lawyer sees. So what is it?
Let's now turn to page 3. This is a note you wrote in the journal to Mr. Depp, correct?
That's what it looks like, yes.
This is actually the first note you wrote to him in this journal.
I don't remember what the first note was.
The date on this note is May 22nd, 2015, correct?
That is correct. That was during our honeymoon period.
This is just a little bit over 2 months after the events in Australia in March of 2015.
How is that still your honeymoon if that's after Australia? Yeah, back in the honeymoon phase. That's what I thought,
Mr.
bitch. Now
Depp
she's saying
after
she's
Mr. Depp
back
had
in the honeymoon
allegedly
phase. Nah,
assaulted you with
bitch.
a bottle,
Nah, you
right?
lying.
It was after
No.
the stairs, and it was after the Australia incident, yes. And he
No,
got clean
no,
sober
no,
and we
no,
went
no.
back to Australia.
It's also 2 months after you punched Mr. Depp because you allegedly thought he was going to throw your sister down the stairs, right?
I hit him
Honeymoon
when he
phase,
swung
my
his
ass.
fist, and this is written months later, yes.
You thought he was going
Read
to
it. I can't read it. I
sister
fall
down the stairs
never
like he had
more
thrown
for
Kate Moss down the
you
stairs, right?
every
He
day.
swung
I
at
fall
me,
more for you
and
every
I
day.
heard a vague rumor about that. And so it's what I thought of.
Come.
This first message to Mr. Depp in your journal.
Go
you
ahead,
write,
girl. Slay. Read it.
Quote, "True love isn't about just the madness of passion or instead picking the safety of peace. No, it's about having both, falling madly in love with your friend. That is what has surprised me perhaps the most. That I have seen
So
in you
fucking
the true bones of
manipulative. That's
friendship
what she
and
is.
respect. But of course, I still, perhaps more than ever, want to rip you apart, devour you, and savor the taste. Fret not. XX Slim.
Yes, it's a love note.
Did I read that correctly?
Yes, you did.
And you're Slim, right?
That's correct.
Ms. Hurd, I'm now going to ask you to take a look at the very last entry you wrote in this journal, which seems to be from April 8th.
Last night was horrible, but I
That would be
refuse
April
to
8th,
let
2016, correct?
I'm not
go
quite sure. I don't
many.
see the year written on there, and I don't recognize it yet.
It would be a couple weeks. April 8th would be a couple weeks before your birthday, though, right?
That's correct.
Just to confirm, this is a note you wrote to Mr. Depp, right?
She's going to say
That's what
she
it looks like,
didn't.
yes.
Oh,
On the
she just
second
said she
page
didn't
of this note
recognize
you
it.
wrote-
She just said she didn't recognize it. Now all of a sudden she recognizes it?
Quote, I'm sorry I can get crazy. I'm sorry I hurt you. Like you, I can get wicked when I am hurt, when I feel provoked, shattered. And last night I was. I felt abandoned about the Lily Rose thing, felt absolutely bewildered about your not coming home on my last night here, and was heartbroken and angry after many attempts in vain on my part to rectify the situation and make amends on the last night of what was otherwise a gorgeous trip with you. I'm so sorry for my part. None of this is meant to be an excuse for hurting you.
She'll read it
Because
off.
the truth is, nothing is. There's never a reason good enough to hurt you. You are the last thing in the whole world who deserves it.
I knew it,
Last
yep.
person I ever meant to hurt. I
Yep.
love you, Steve. I am
Stormy was
forever
right.
yours.
It was an apology letter.
Did I read that correctly?
That's correct.
Ms. Hurd, let's take a look at Defendant's Exhibit 423, which is already in evidence.
Oh, it just gets better and better.
This is a picture of you with what appears to be straight red marks on your arms, correct?
Those are scars from the broken glass.
No.
They're straight and red.
On the audio, he says
I
the
disagree
doctor
with
says
how
that he
you
knows that
characterize
those scratches are not
that they
from. Oh,
are
my
red,
eyes are
yes.
getting
And they're
black.
on your left arm?
Yes, that's correct.
Ms. Hurd, you have a history of cutting yourself, don't you?
I do not.
Yes, she does.
You cut your arm once as a teenager, isn't that right?
No, I said I wanted to. When I was put on birth control pills when I was a teenager, I felt crazy, and I said I felt suicidal.
So it's your testimony under oath that you didn't report to Dr. Hughes, your retained psychologist, that you had cut yourself as a teenager once?
I
that
said
better?
I had told my mom that I wanted to when I was a teenager.
No, the doctor
Ms. Hurd, we
testified.
heard
He
some
said
testimony
that
from you yesterday about a trip you and Mr. Depp took
those are
on a
self-inflicted.
train in Southeast Asia. Do you recall that?
Yes, that's correct.
He said it in the
That was
audio
you
when
and
they're
Mr.
sitting there
Depp went
screaming
on
about
your
the
honeymoon
finger.
trip, correct?
That's correct.
And that was in July of 2015?
Yes, that sounds right.
Let's take a look at Plaintiff's Exhibit 162, which is already in evidence.
Come on, give it to the jury. And this is the one where he's all
You were
smacked. Look
here
at
in
his
the
face.
courtroom, right, Ms. Hurd, when Malcolm Connolly testified to taking this picture?
That's correct.
This is the picture. This picture shows an injury to Mr. Depp's face, doesn't it?
I disagree. I've seen this picture.
Okay, Ms. Hurd,
I've seen
I
this
got the
picture
answer. Thank
before,
you.
and
You
he's
disagree?
not injured in it.
He's not injured in this picture. That's your testimony. Fine.
This one is Photoshop.
Ms. Hurd,
Let her keep digging. Let her keep digging. She's really got to answer
this is
that,
the only
doesn't she?
photograph from her honeymoon that shows someone with an injury, correct?
That's not true.
Oh, it
We
is.
haven't seen any photos of injuries to your face from that train trip, have we?
I don't believe my face was injured on that trip.
Thought he
Take a
smacked
look
you
at
around.
Exhibit 91A.
I thought he
page
was. I thought she
36.
was smacked
Going back to the
around.
Love Journal. This is a note from you to Mr. Depp, right?
That is correct.
This is a note you wrote on July 22nd, 2015.
My husband, happy
That is
honeymoon.
correct.
Let's get out
It
of this,
starts off with
please.
the words,
That
"My
God.
husband, happy honeymoon," right?
That's correct.
Ms. Hurd, please take a look at Plaintiff's Exhibit 91A at page 67.
Although I can't wait
This is
to
another
read my
note
note,
from
also
you
couldn't
to
wait
Mr.
to
Depp
tell
in the
you how
journal,
much
right?
I adore you.
That is correct.
And this one is dated August 1st, 2015.
She said it yesterday, smacked her
That's
around that night. That's what I thought.
And you write, that's enough. You've held
Photoshop
this
my
book
ass.
hostage long enough.
Photoshop my
Although
ass.
I can't wait to read my note, I also couldn't wait to tell you how much I adore you. What a beautiful, extraordinary, magical, memorable, wonderful, stunning, surprisingly evolving, and impulsive adventure. I couldn't have imagined a more gorgeous honeymoon. I love you more and more every passing day. XX Slim.
You would
Did
not
I
be
read that right?
That is correct.
Let's take a look at the journal entry starting on page 68. This is another entry from you writing to Mr. Depp, right?
That is correct.
And this one's dated August 2nd.
Day 2 of book stealing. I had
That
to.
is correct, yes.
My love.
And this one is a longer one, so
There's
let's go to
nothing
where
on
it ends on
earth
page 70
I
of the
love
journal.
more than everything up to your sweet, soft. What? Sweet, soft. I don't want to assume and read the wrong thing.
And you write, quote, I hope that things said in anger and pain were just that, and that you miss and love me too. And that is what matters most to you. You may say you stand by everything you said and did, and that there is nothing you can learn from this, but I don't feel that way. And it's important for me that you know that. I love you and I'm sorry. I miss my warm, loving husband. XX Slim.
She's going to bring
That
up
is correct.
how he is abusive. I missed the
And
warm
sad,
side
the
of
word
him.
sad is crossed out.
That is true.
She'll read it. Haha, they have to.
Next, we have a journal entry from you on page 89. This is another note from you to Mr. Depp.
That is correct. The whole book is love notes.
So this is dated August 15th, correct?
That is correct.
And here you write, quote, my love, why do we fight? Ever? Why? I love you more than anything else. Are we that uncomfortable with being vulnerable?
You
Were
gotta
we
be kidding
scared?
me.
Or is it something else? I don't know. But I am sure of one thing, and if it's that I can't imagine my life without you. I love you. I will do better. I am sorry. X Slim. Did I read that correctly?
That is correct.
Your testimony, this was a love journal?
That is correct. It was primarily love notes and
And apology notes from you to Mr. Depp?
The book was more of a love note book, and part of that communication, obviously, since we fought so much, it was important for me to, try to nurture as much peace as we possibly could. And when things were good, they were really good.
Nurture as much peace
And
as
there's also an
possible.
opportunity for you to apologize to Mr. Depp for your behavior, isn't it?
I think it's
Yes.
important in every relationship to
Talk to the
apologize when you're
lawyer.
trying to move
Stop
past
talking
fights.
to the jury. Talk to a lawyer. I love how Johnny
Let's look
Depp
at
just
an entry
he just
from
talks to a
August
lawyer.
17, 2015, starting on page 90.
Why is this being submitted? Well,
Here you write, quote, I'm sorry I shook the wheels so hard. I'm sorry we've tested the shocks and brakes to this point. God damn, I love you, Johnny. I love you. I am tied to you forever. You know that? So I'm tasked with making this work for that reason and many others, of which there are many. Let me try to fix this. Let me try to patch this. Let me try to make your heart better. You deserve it. Hell, maybe even I do. I need you. We need each other. You're my cornerstone, my heart, my all. You are my life. I hate it when we fight. I hate having you hurt. I hate that you're hurting. I love you more than anything. Let me prove it. I need you. I love you. Slim. Did I read that correctly?
Yeah, another
You could
example
just-
of me trying to fix it.
you can just hear
He's
the
always trying to fix
condescension
it.
and manipulation in those
Fix
words.
it by apologizing for your bad behavior?
I tried everything. I tried apologizing. I tried reading. I tried therapists. I
Reading?
tried everything to fix
But
it.
yet you couldn't change like you told Dr. Cowan, right?
I couldn't change my relationship.
What did reading have to do with it? I tried reading.
Let's talk about December 15th,
Anybody else get that? I don't
again.
get that. What?
Erin Filati, your personal nurse, saw you 2 days after the incident on December 15th, 2015. Isn't that right?
She did not see me as in a medical visit. She just dropped off meds in the late at night.
She saw you personally, though, right?
She physically saw me, but did not see me in a medical sense, the way a doctor might see a patient. She did not see me in that way.
In what way did she see you?
She was your personal nurse, right?
She was a nurse
she admits to
assigned
having
me.
bad
I didn't
behavior.
hire her. Johnny did.
She was assigned to you, and so when she would see you, it would be physically in person in your home and traveling, correct?
She would
She was
sometimes see
a
me
home
as a
nurse, yeah.
medical professional would, and then other times she would just drop off meds and physically see me, like as in with her eyes.
Yes, but
You
that's
testified that
personal
during the incident
doctor.
on
They're
December
still seeing
15,
you. They're not going to
2015,
go there without getting
Depp
paid.
broke the bed, correct?
That is correct.
And more specifically, you described that he broke the bed frame with his boot while trying to get purchase. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Let's take a look at Defendant's Exhibit 509, which is already in evidence. If we could please have that published to the jury. Thank you. Ms. Hurt, this is a picture that you indicated depicts the broken bed, right?
That's exactly it.
And it's your testimony that Mr. Depp caused this damage to the bed with his boot, right?
He did.
Is that a pocket knife on the bed there?
I cannot tell what's on the bed.
Did you use that to damage the bed?
Oh!
Johnny's boot did when he was punching me. I could feel him slipping.
But a boot isn't
You
going to
also
make
testified
indents.
that there was blood all over the pillows on the bed, correct?
On the pillow top, yes. That's correct.
But you didn't take a picture of that, though, did you?
I did not take a picture of this.
Why? Why didn't you take a picture of the blood? That would have been more evidence than the
2015 incident. You
damage.
went with Mr. Depp
Oh,
and
I
his
see the
children to
broken piece
islands
under
of the
there now.
Bahamas.
I
Is that
see it.
correct? To celebrate Christmas?
The incident was on the 15th, and we went on the 23rd, I believe.
While you were there, you did a photo shoot with Greg Williams, correct?
A few
Yes, she
days
did.
later, I think the photo shoot was about
Yes,
2
she
weeks
did.
after this assault.
Let's please pull up Plaintiff's Exhibit 99. This is a photograph of you on Mr. Depp's island shortly after December 15, 2015, correct?
No, this was taken weeks later.
On the island, on that trip,
It was taken on the island.
on that trip.
Yes,
Weeks later,
weeks later.
December 15th, you traveled to the island December 23rd. That's your
It's
testimony?
my recollection that this picture was taken on New Year's Eve or the first day of the year. I think New Year's Eve.
At the end of the
And this
oh,
is the
that's
photo
right
shoot with
because
Greg
the
Williams.
she changed the
Correct.
date
That is correct.
2-week gap from
I'm gonna
the
move to admit
official.
and publish.
No objection?
All right, 99. We can publish.
JD silently saying "fuck you" with his finger, laughed my ass off. Got you, JD. Fuck you.
Can we please have a zoom into Ms. Hurt's face?
Oh, she looks really beat up.
Thank you, Tom.
Ouch. I would definitely be having a photo shoot. Did she not think about this? She was planning this. Then she goes and has a photo shoot and literally puts
Let's please
evidence
pull up
out there
Plaintiff's
that
Exhibit
she was not beat
100.
up. Like, that's evidence that she produced. She went out and did that photo shoot and said, "Here, take
I'm gonna
these
move to
photos of
admit
me
and
not beat up."
publish.
And then I'm going to tell everybody that I'm
All right,
beat up.
100 in evidence.
But I went and did a photo shoot, but I'm not beat up in the photo shoot.
Ms. Hurt, this is another picture of you from that photo
This
shoot, correct?
is moronic.
Yes, this is the same photo shoot that you asked me about earlier, and this is several weeks later.
This is moronic.
If we could zoom in on Ms. Hurt's face. Thank you, Tom.
Oh, they have a nice zoom tool. Like it's a nice and crisp.
Let's please pull up Plaintiff's Exhibit 101.
Ouch, did you see that? That looked like it really hurt. My comments take like 60 seconds to
I'm
send
going to
through.
move
You
to
didn't
admit
get to
and
see what I
publish.
meant, laugh out loud, man. I may pass out soon while having this on. I love you. I love you too, my baby.
This is a picture from the photo shoot, Ms. Hurd, that was taken on the island.
Oh,
is the
and
same
maybe
photo shoot,
I'll go
yes.
to the other one. I'll look at
All
it
right,
through
101 in
here.
evidence. You can
I
publish.
was looking at my Streamlabs. It could take a while. Can you send something now? I love you too. Yep, look at that. She's all
If you
beat
could
up.
please zoom in, excuse me, Tom, on Miss Heard's face. It's your testimony, Miss Heard, that you were wearing makeup for this photo shoot?
That is correct. It's a photo shoot.
It doesn't look like she's wearing makeup at all.
If we could please pull up Exhibit 102. Miss Heard, is this another picture from the photo shoot?
I can't exactly tell from the background. It looks like the same thing, but I can't really tell without it being zoomed out.
This is a picture of you, though, right?
It is a picture of me, yes.
I'm going to move to admit and publish.
All right, any objection?
I'm not going to object because she identified herself. I just, if she could identify when it was taken, that would help. But I'm not going to object. I'm not gonna object.
No objection. Okay, there we go. 102 in evidence. You publish.
You can't ask questions right now. It's not your turn. Oh, she just looks so beat up. Ouch.
Let's please pull up Plaintiff's Exhibit 103.
03.
She looks terribly just
Ms. Heard,
beaten
this
up.
is yet another picture of you from that Greg Williams photo shoot, correct?
That is correct. This is from the same shoot.
I'm going to move to admit and publish.
No objection.
All right, 103 in evidence. Publish.
And again, if we could zoom in on Ms. Heard's face. And finally, if we could please pull up Plaintiff's Exhibit 104. And Ms. Heard, this is a picture of you from that photo shoot, correct?
Again, this is the same photo shoot weeks later.
I'm going to move to admit and publish.
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, 104 in evidence. Thank you.
That's after the assault in Australia.
Again, if we could zoom in on Ms. Heard's face. Thank you, Tom.
Makeup isn't a cure-all to
You
make
testified
everything
that you
go
and Mr.
away.
Depp got
Makeup
into a
makeup
fight while
doesn't
on
do
the
that.
island December of 2015, correct?
That's correct.
And this all started because you perceived Mr. Depp as nodding off during the trip, right?
I thought he was passing out again in a similar fashion to what he had done the previous year.
And when he nodded off, he spilled wine on you, correct?
Yeah, 2-3 times in a row.
You testified that Mr. Depp's son, Jack, was there when this happened, right?
At the beginning, he was there.
He was there when Mr. Depp allegedly spilled wine on you 2 or 3 times, right?
He was there for that because he offered me help.
Right. You also testified that Mr. Depp then sexually assaulted you in the bathroom, correct?
That's correct.
And you testified that after this, you needed to get away from him, right?
That is correct.
So you ran out of the house.
That's correct.
And you admit you threw something at him, right?
I did throw something at him to get away.
You sat in this courtroom when Tara Roberts testified, right, Ms. Heard?
I did.
She's Mr. Depp's manager on the island.
Yes, that's correct.
You heard her testify that she witnessed an argument between you and Mr. Depp on the island in December of 2015, right?
Yes, that's correct, yes.
And you heard her testify that Mr. Depp was trying to escape you, right?
I don't know if she characterized it like that, but that was the gist of it. She kind of misrepresented it to seem like that, yes.
She misrepresented it. How convenient.
That's correct.
Okay,
she misrepresented it. Oh, how convenient.
No, that's
Ms.
not
Roberts said. Begging him to come back to the house with you.
That's not correct.
Clawing at him. She used those words.
That's not correct. When she interrupted us, Johnny had me by the hair.
Yelling at him.
We were screaming, both of us, but I don't know what she would have heard.
And that she observed an injury on Mr. Depp's nose from something that you threw at him, right?
I don't know what she observed.
You also heard Ms. Roberts testify that she included all this information in a sworn statement in the UK in May of 2020. Isn't that right?
That is correct.
You put in a witness statement in response to Ms. Roberts' statement in June of 2020. Isn't that correct? In the UK?
I did several, I think 7 witness statements And each one contained different information as per recent filings. That's what counsel has you do in that.
And in response to
case.
previous filings, correct? Including testimony from people that contradict your story?
Sort of. So what you have to do is your counsel asks you to respond to things and you put it in a declaration of sorts, and that happens back and forth over the course of preparing to go to trial in that country. And that's what I did.
So that was your 5th witness statement submitted in the UK.
And they all contradict each other left and right.
I'll remind you. If we could have Ms. Heard's 5th witness statement from the UK.
Yes, ma'am. All right, thank you. Thank you.
She does not look happy towards her. The way she sounds
Directing your
when she
attention,
swallows,
Ms.
it
Heard,
sounds
to
just
page 6
horrific.
of your 5th witness statement. It's here that you describe the December 2015 incident, correct, on the island?
I haven't read through the statement. I just don't know if I had commented on it before. In a previous witness statement, as I said, there were several.
But starting on page 6, Ms. Heard, you describe the incident that took place on the island, correct?
That's correct, but what I'm trying to say is
I
I'm not sure if
understand.
I'd describe it in full in this statement.
I'm going to show you your confidential schedule to the 5th witness statement that accompanied the 5th witness statement in the UK.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
She is lying through her teeth. She is absolutely, absolutely horrid. Disgusting. Foul.
In the confidential schedule to your 5th witness statement, paragraph 1 on page 21.
They all have it. We should be able to have it, unless she has to confirm it first and then be given into evidence. And if it's given into evidence and
You
the jury
described
sees it,
Mr.
and then
Depp
we get to
sexually
see it.
assaulting you in the Bahamas of December 2015, right?
That is correct.
And that's the first time you ever claimed that Mr. Depp had sexually assaulted you in the Bahamas.
That is incorrect.
You only submitted the confidential schedule in the UK claiming Mr. Depp had sexually assaulted you after Miss Roberts had said that she saw you on the island chasing, clawing at Mr. Depp. Isn't that correct?
That is
Yes.
incorrect.
She's lying through her caps. Everything about her is fake.
You could please pull up Plaintiff's Exhibit 394.
You're not wrong. Everything about her is absolutely fucking fake. That was a good one. That made me sincerely laugh.
Your Honor, this is another recording I can represent to the court. This only contains Mr. Depp and Ms. Heard's voices. I'm going to move to admit the entire recording. I'm only going to play from 1:17:44 through 1:20:02.
All right, any objection?
Which plaintiff exhibit you're on?
394.
394.
Did you hear that? Is that the one that what? Huh?
I
Did you
think
hear
I have
that?
no objection,
All right.
I think is that the one that does this?
394
Is that it?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Apologies.
I say when I say I'm gonna try and change X, Y, and Z thing or work on blah, 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 I can only do those things. And since I have been doing those things,
What things have you been doing?
working on these things, not doing certain things, trying to change certain things. As last several times we discussed.
Hence, screaming when I spilt wine accidentally on you for falling asleep and screaming in front of my kids and freaking Jack out. And that's trying.
I would appreciate. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Johnny.
That fucked him up, you know.
I'm sorry I fucked your son up.
No, it weirded him out. He'd never.
I'm so sorry I fucked your kids up.
He didn't fuck my kids up, but it was pretty fucking weird for him, you know.
Because I jumped up and screamed at everyone. Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
You're right. I'm really surprised too.
But you don't act that way around kids.
So you're going for the counselor. I'm sure that's terrifying.
I don't need your
Condescension.
No, poor kid.
your clever
It's not against me again.
comebacks. No, you think you're controlling yourself. You think you're controlling yourself.
Characters become so clear, especially when you use them. It's embarrassing for you. I'm gonna walk away now because you're actually making me see you even worse. And believe me, I'm not gonna be calling you at 3 o'clock in the morning after I've had an Ambien and think I'm gonna just fucking forgive and move on. Trust me, it is gross how you're using the kids. I've done nothing but be there for them in a good way. And if you take that for granted, fine. You're right. Meet a woman who would not jump up and scream if she'd been spilled on 3 times in a row. And I hope you're happy with whoever that is, because that would be a special kind of fucking person. No doubt.
It's you and Mr. Depp in that recording, right?
That's correct.
And you're discussing what happened in the Bahamas in December of 2015, right?
No, that's not correct. We were discussing a part of it.
You're discussing when you screamed at Mr. Depp in front of his children, correct?
It happened in the
No,
Bahamas.
we were talking about a part of that argument.
Including when you screamed at Mr. Depp in front of his children.
That's not a fair characterization of what happened.
Mr. Depp says you screamed at him when he accidentally spilled wine on you, correct?
I realize that's what Johnny said.
Yeah. And Mr. Depp tells you that this freaked out his son, Jack.
Johnny often used other people to back him up in our arguments.
You don't seem too concerned about that, do you?
Did you see Depp? He just laughed.
You don't mention Mr. Depp sexually assaulting you in this recording, do you?
That was not the point of that conversation. If I had
It keeps taking you offline for me. I love you. This is funny. You're streaming this. I don't know why it keeps taking me off.
Of, quote, using his kids, right?
It's probably because I'm on Discord. I guess I'll get off. Nobody's in there anyway.
And you challenge him to find a woman.
It says I'm fine, though.
Will not, quote, jump up and scream if she has been spilled on 3 times in a row.
That is correct.
Not a woman who would put up with sexual abuse, right?
I was pointing out the ridiculous nature of him expecting me not to react to something that basic.
I think it's on my end because the news live works, but then boots.
Would this be a good time for a break?
All right, we can do that. That's
Thank
fine.
you, Your Honor.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and take our morning recess for 15 minutes. Do not discuss the case with anybody.
All right, I'm going to take this time to use the restroom and grab a little snack, get some more coffee. Be right back.
Let's go ahead and come back at 10:47 then. All right, 10:47.
All right.
sense. Right now I'm just sitting there by myself. Everybody left. Everybody left. Really? Got myself a little Lunchable. We won't
Jury? Okay. All right, thank you. You be seated. All right. Your next question.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Hurd, you've testified repeatedly that you were concerned about Mr. Depp's substance use during your relationship, right?
Yes, that's correct.
But you weren't concerned enough to stop using drugs and alcohol yourself, were you?
I did not use drugs when I was with Johnny, like in his presence, aside from the times I testified about with you.
So you weren't concerned enough to stop using drugs and alcohol the times you've testified to in front of this jury, right?
As I testified to earlier, I took drugs in Johnny's presence on those 2 occasions early in our relationship in 2013.
So you never changed your own behavior to support Mr. Depp in his sobriety, did you?
I did a lot of changing to support his sobriety. I tried everything that I could possibly think of.
But you drank wine around Mr. Depp on a regular basis, correct?
I did drink wine.
And you took Mr. Depp to Hicksville to do, quote, laughy drugs like mushrooms, end quote, right?
That's correct.
And you testified that despite what supposedly happened in Hicksville, you decided to take MDMA with Mr. Depp on a plane to Russia in June of 2013, correct?
As I mentioned, those are the 2 occasions.
You testified that this was the last time you would make that mistake, right?
That is correct.
And when asked if you would ask Mr. Depp to get you MDMA in Australia, you said that was, quote, ridiculous, right?
That is correct.
Because you had learned your lesson the hard way on the plane to Russia.
Russia, yes, that's correct.
Yours and Mr. Depp's wedding in the Bahamas was in February of 2015, right?
That is correct.
So that would have been after the Russia flight.
Yes, when I did, when we had mushrooms on the island for my hen party, my wet bridal party before. We were not with Johnny. I was not with Johnny at the time.
Was your wedding with Mr. Depp on the island, right?
To be clear, we were both on the same island. We just weren't around each other that evening. We had kind of separate parties, a bridal party and a groom's party.
And your wedding was a month before Australia, correct?
That is correct.
And you arranged to have drugs at your wedding, correct?
Like I said, we had mushrooms for my bridal party beforehand.
On the island for your wedding?
Before the wedding.
On the island?
On the island, yes.
Okay. Can we please pull up Plaintiff's Exhibit 1262? This is an email you sent on February 1st, 2015, correct?
That is correct. Yes, that's correct.
Okay. I'm going to move to admit and publish Plaintiff's Exhibit 1262.
Any objection? Yeah, sure.
Wow, I had my mic off. Fantastic. I'm saying that I hope she goes down. I'm here to see her go down. Here we go.
Your Honor, if we could please have Ms. Heard's email published to the jury.
All right, 1262 evidence.
We got an email. What does it say?
This is a schedule for your wedding weekend, right, Ms. Heard?
No, it's not. It's a proposed draft of a schedule. It ended up being quite different.
Do you see where it says 7 p.m. rehearsal dinner?
Yes, I see that.
And the next item on the list says, quote, after dance party and drugs and music, end quote, right?
That is correct.
So you plan to have drugs at your wedding to someone
They
you
actually
characterize as a
wrote
drug
down
addict?
the word drugs.
To be fair, we were going to have parties, as I mentioned. So a bridal party before this, the schedule ended up changing quite a bit. And this is a draft, clearly, that was sent before there were a lot of changes made.
But the point is,
The bridal
So your
party
original
and the
idea,
groom's
Ms.
party were
Heard,
separate.
Ms. Heard, your original idea was to have a rehearsal dinner with your husband, the drug addict, the monster, and then do drugs with your girlfriends on the island after your rehearsal dinner?
Yep.
I realize that's what the email suggests, but that wasn't
No,
a
it's
plan.
not what it suggests, Ms. Heard. It's what you said in that email.
Right, but what I'm trying to say is that the schedule ended up changing. We ended up doing the little,
So your
as I
original
called
idea
it,
was
cuddle
to do
puddle
drugs.
before.
Yeah, your idea.
The original idea was to do drugs.
on an
Yes.
island after your rehearsal dinner to the drug-fueled
Yes.
monster that you were about to marry, right?
The as the email suggests, there was going to be weed on the island. This does not reference the cuddle puddle that I just referenced to you.
Cuddle puddle?
You like to do drugs on special occasions, right, Ms. Heard?
I
What's a
have
cuddle puddle?
before.
And you did drugs again for your 30th birthday, right?
That is correct. That was a huge mistake.
Your 30th birthday dinner was on April 21st, 2016.
Yes, it was the day before my birthday, correct.
And you testified that Mr. Depp was running late to the celebration, correct?
That is correct.
And you asked Mr. Depp to bring you alcohol when he arrived. Is that right?
So the utility closet where we kept the wine was right by the elevators, and I also told him he could bring in a joint. I wouldn't bite his head off if he did.
So that's a yes.
That's correct. I told him I wouldn't be angry.
Let's look at Plaintiff's Exhibit 1263.
Your Honor, I'm going to ask to show, first of all, this one hasn't been produced. This has not, it's a brand new trial exhibit, so I don't have it. I'd like an unredacted copy, and then I'd like an unredacted copy to be shown to the witness.
All right, do you have an unredacted copy?
We can make one, Your Honor.
Okay.
Your Honor, may we approach about this?
Ha! There we go. pure shit. I apologize for the silence. Everybody's just kind of stuck waiting. I hope you guys are doing good. Anybody that's watching this in the future, thank you for sticking around for the whole stream. I appreciate it.
I'm going to show the unredacted messages to counsel for Ms. Heard on a laptop because I don't have a hard copy.
Okay.
Yeah, could we, let's just pause for a minute. I don't want to see.
What's that?
This is absolutely ridiculous. You know she's guilty. No, the shadow of a doubt. Bitch is guilty.
So, Ms. Heard, I'm only going to...
Your Honor, I'm going to object to asking questions while I'm looking at this.
All right, if you could give her a moment, please. Sure. Thank you.
I'm having trouble seeing this. Can you?
Sorry.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
So, any objection 1263 as redacted?
No, Your Honor.
All right, 1263 enactments.
So,
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Heard, directing your attention to the Plaintiff's Exhibit 1263. This is a text message that you sent to Mr. Depp, correct?
That is correct.
And you sent this message to Mr. Depp the day you had your 30th birthday dinner, right?
That is correct.
And you write, quote, "Hey baby, bring up something to drink and or a joint. I'm in if you are. See you in a minute. Question mark. XX." Did I read that right?
That is correct.
And then the next day you went to Coachella and consumed MDMA and mushrooms, right, Ms. Heard?
I did. Johnny was not there for that.
Let's talk a little bit more about your 30th birthday. You testified about this incident multiple times, haven't you?
That is correct.
But yesterday you told this jury that you were not called upon to provide a detailed accounting of all physical and sexual abuse by Mr. Depp until February 2020. Is that correct?
I testified that I had not been able to do so until February 2020 in outside of the context of a cold deposition.
Actually, I misspoke. February 2022, this year.
Right. Sorry, I did the same thing you did.
Okay. And you did that in something called an interrogatory.
Bonds was the first time that I could do that outside of the context of being asked certain questions in the deposition.
And you testified about your 30th birthday in this interrogatory, correct?
I believe so, yes, yeah.
Nonetheless, you testified to a new detail about your 30th birthday for the first time in this courtroom, didn't you?
No, that's incorrect.
A sexual assault, no less.
I had just not placed when that happened. I was never sure if that was the same time that he did that on the night of my birthday. And I maintained that as well in my deposition.
You told this jury that the evening of your 30th birthday dinner, Mr. Depp, quote, grabbed you by the pubic bone, pubic area, end quote, pushed you down, right?
That is correct.
This detail isn't in your interrogatory response, is it, Ms. Heard?
That detail is in my interrogatory response, yes.
Let's pull up your interrogatory response. You could please bring up.
I haven't heard this one.
Ms. Redahoff? Thank you. May I approach, Your Honor?
Yes, ma'am.
She's making shit up as she goes, that's for sure.
Thank you.
If we can go to your interrogatory responses at page 57. These are signed under the penalty of perjury, correct?
That is correct.
And you testified again to this jury that this was the first time you were given an opportunity to write down everything and include all your evidence, right?
That is correct.
Okay. So let's go to page 57.
And it's not going to be there because the bitch is lying.
At the top of page 57, Johnny and I were not in a good place. I begged him to make my birthday dinner. Do you see that?
That is correct.
Okay, so starting on page 57, you start describing your birthday dinner, correct?
That is correct.
All right. On page 59 of your interrogatory response, you write, fourth paragraph down, Johnny grabbed me while holding me down, and I remember him asking me if I thought I was so tough. He asked me 3-4 times up close to my face, "You're so tough. Are you such a tough guy, huh? You think you're so tough. What are you going to do now?" I stood up at some point after getting off the ground. Do you see that?
That is correct.
And then you write after, I remember crying. I remember feeling exhausted and frustrated. And it hit me, meaning the realization of how sad it was that I was going to wake up tomorrow on my birthday without him.
That's correct.
But you didn't say anything about the pubical
Where
area.
in this interrogatory response, Ms. Heard, you describe Mr. Depp, quote, grabbing you by the pubic bone, pubic area, and pushing you down?
On page 64.
Where?
Page 64, 1, 2, 3 paragraphs down. Johnny grabbed me once, did this taunting thing on the side of the bed in penthouse 3. He grabbed my vagina and held me there. Asked me if I was so tough.
You're not describing what happened after your 30th birthday?
I am. I just had not prescribed it to that date with the limited evidence I had at the time. Only in the course of looking at the evidence, preparing for this case, have I put those two pieces together. But I've always said what happened.
You were upset that Mr. Depp was late to your 30th birthday, weren't you?
I was.
You knew Mr. Depp had a scheduled business meeting or a money meeting that evening, right?
No, I knew he said he did. I didn't know if he had one. Addicts lie all the time.
So you didn't trust him?
I took it with a big grain of addict salt.
Okay. Mr. Depp
Big
texted
grain
you that
of
evening to
attic
let you know
salt.
he'd be late, correct?
Yes, he did text me at some point.
It was a big deal to you that Mr. Depp was late to your birthday dinner, wasn't it?
Yeah, it did matter to me.
And you were upset he was late.
I was hurt.
And when he finally did arrive, you felt, quote, invisible to him, right?
I did.
The day after your birthday dinner, you and your friends went to Coachella to celebrate your birthday. Is that correct?
That is correct.
You made a video driving to Coachella with your friends, didn't you?
That is correct.
I'd like to pull up Plaintiff's Exhibit 1264. And for the record, Your Honor, this only has music without any words on it.
And again, it's a new one, so I'd like a copy of it.
It's going to be played. There is no sound other than a song.
Yes, sure.
What do? They give them the video and then they'll just like silently watch the video for a minute and then say whether they object or not and then give them the video. I don't know how that works. But if you're going to see it, she could watch it and then give her a copy. You would think, anyway.
Any objection?
No, Your Honor.
All right,
Okay. If we could please publish this to the jury
evidence. Yes,
with
Finally.
sound. This is the video you made when you drove to Coachella with your friends for your 30th birthday, right?
That's correct. I'm not quite sure which one of us made the video, but that's correct.
You're featured in that video, driving.
That's correct.
And it's set to the song Miss You by the Rolling Stones, is that right?
That's correct.
That was a message for Mr. Depp, wasn't it?
No, that's ridiculous.
You consumed drugs at Coachella, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
You took MDMA and mushrooms at the same time.
I did, yes.
And it made you feel sick, right?
I felt horrible, yes.
So you left Coachella.
Yes, that's correct.
You testified yesterday that when you left Coachella, you left with, quote, your entire group.
That is correct.
And you were, quote, never alone with Starling, right?
That is correct.
You weren't anywhere near him.
Not alone, no.
You sat here when Starling Jenkins testified that he collected you from Coachella when you were sick, right?
He picked up my entire group.
And Mr. Jenkins testified, quote, I collected her, got her in the vehicle. She didn't want anyone else to know that she was sick. Take her back to the Parker, which I assume was in reference to the hotel, alone. I took her to 7-Eleven where I retrieved hydrating fluids, Advil, and let her have those. Got her back up to the Parker, got her in the suite, and then went back to pick up everyone else. You were there when Mr. Jenkins testified, right?
Yes, he was wrong.
So it's your testimony that Mr. Jenkins is lying.
He's just wrong. I don't know what his intentions are. He was just wrong about that. We were a big group of us. I wasn't alone with him.
Isn't it possible that you don't remember correctly because you were sick from taking MDMA and mushrooms at the same time?
I remember everything about that night.
I'd like to play for you Plaintiff's Exhibit 1229, which is already in evidence, at 1720 through 2128.
can't understand what they're saying.
So then why did you say stop the proceedings? If you don't surrender. No, yeah. Let people see you. Temporary restraints. You're right. You want a divorce. Nobody's telling me. Okay, no, you told me. We're on the road. You told me what you want. You want a divorce. And that's what I came to figure out.
I haven't heard this one.
Stop the process. I don't want to divorce. You're not going to do that. Okay, I don't want to divorce.
You don't? How much one? How do I know which one?
I don't want a divorce. I never wanted a fucking divorce. I never wanted a divorce. I didn't want you to fucking go to Coachella without fucking talking to me because I left you because you were fucking. You fucking haymakered me, man. You came around the bed and fucking started punching on me.
Oh, shit.
Why? I love you.
That's what really happened the evening of your 30th birthday, isn't it, Miss Heard?
No, that's incorrect.
Mr. Depp was in bed, and then you came around the bed and started punching him.
That's incorrect.
You don't deny that in the recording, do you, Miss Heard?
I'm not having that conversation with Johnny. I'm not denying anything. I'm not saying anything. I'm not having that conversation with Johnny. I was trying to get out of that hotel room. That was a mediation attempt. That was the recording you just heard. It was us meeting in a hotel.
But you're talking about your 30th birthday.
No, we're not.
You're not talking about going to Coachella and...
Johnny's talking about that. I am not arguing with him about any of that.
Right. You don't deny anything, do you?
I'm not talking to him about that.
Going to
She's lying
publish
through
exhibit
her
or ask
teeth.
that the witness be shown exhibit 1265. This is you and your friends at Coachella, correct?
That is correct.
I'm going to move to admit plaintiff's 1265 and publish it.
No objection. All right, 1265 in evidence and publish it.
There's no injuries to you, are there, Miss Heard, visible in this picture?
You cannot see any visible injury, no.
Thank you, Tom.
Are they going to present it to the evidence?
Ms. Heard, you remember during Mr. Depp's examination, a number of recordings were played, correct?
That's correct.
And in one of those recordings, you told Mr. Depp, quote, "I hope to God Jack's stepfather teaches him more about being a man than your fucking left nut," end quote. Do you remember that?
I do not remember what exactly I could hear of that recording. I remember I heard myself make a mention of Jack's new stepfather or potential stepfather. I can't recall.
Jack is Mr. Depp's son, right?
That is correct. And I believe I was referencing a marriage that his ex-partner was going to have or getting into, I suppose.
You were referencing that Jack's new stepfather would teach him how to be a man because Mr. Depp couldn't.
I
right?
don't recall exactly what I said, but it was something to that effect.
Let's listen to some of what happened before you said that to Mr. Depp. If we could please play Plaintiff's Exhibit 397, which is already in evidence. And for the record, it's at 3504 through 3547. And then the next clip is 3635 through 4308.
Everything's fine until it doesn't go your way. And when it doesn't go your way, I'm in trouble. And you know what? I don't need you. I don't want your kind of woman. I don't want your kind of woman. I don't want your kind of woman. I might have. Suck my dick with you.
Mistake. I wish I had fucking had I wish I fucking hadn't. I wish I fucking hadn't bought into any of your fucking lies, your bullshit, your sober fucking presence, your fucking goodness, your sweetness, all the lies. I wish I hadn't bought into the months of you being you. I wish I hadn't bought into promises. I wish I hadn't fucking thought I could have kids with you. You're a fucking kid yourself. I wish I hadn't bought into any of the lies you sold. Talk about fake bill of goods. You're the biggest fucking you're the biggest fucking seller of fake fucking bill of goods. Talk about presenting yourself as something.
I did myself as a fake
Suck my dick.
good.
Suck my dick.
Fucking you've left nothing and I've left everything. So suck your dick.
Yeah, go on.
Which is probably your next move because it's what you fucking need. No, I don't want to suck your dick. I don't want nothing to do with your fucking midsection.
Need something.
Well, go get it, man.
Because I need something. Go on.
Huh?
Fucking fuck yourself.
Yeah.
No shit, I